Sitting around the ballroom, they're talking about tomorrow when they're taking Johnny away. Said he wasn't no good, never done the things that he should. That's all the judge had to say. He went in the army when he was 18. Crazy young Irish and mean. Took a kid who was half gone all the way to be wrong with bloodlust and them 16s. His father, he thanks us for coming.
All right, we're back. By the way, we were just commenting. Dane just commented that we were commenting on Vince Carter's looks. Vince Carter, the basketball player.
Yeah.
What did you say?
Do you know? Hold on. Do you know another Vince Carter?
Yeah, my uncle Vince Carter. You know met him before? Vince Carter Hearn.
Well, hold on. So it was said that Vince Carter looks like he just graduated from UNC.
Yeah.
And I said there's a reason behind that. And Fitzy said it together. We said black don't crack.
That's right. That's good. That's a great quality. By the way,
Look
as
at
we
Chuck.
said,
Yeah, but Chuck looks like he's 105 years old right now.
yeah.
Yeah, Chuck be 107 though.
We got a special guest on the show this week. John, pull that mic a little closer to you. Jon Knochel, my neighbor, first of all.
Yes.
Second of all, you have a podcast that sometimes comes out.
Sometimes comes out. We gotta get back. It's been a shit show.
Flying the Green.
Fly the Green. Yep.
Fly the Green.
Yep.
Which I help edit on a
do.
weekly basis.
Thank you.
Yep. I get paid handsomely for that. It is basically betting golf, doing stuff like that, right?
Yeah, just general golf talk and
Yeah.
betting golf. It's with me and my college roommate Chi, who's attached to Danny through weird circumstances because he's married to Jasmine. And so yeah, we just try to get on as much as possible. But like I said, work's just been crazy, so we've actually taken a few weeks off. But
Yeah,
it's,
it happens.
It's fun though.
It happens.
Shoot the shit.
Yeah, it's good. I'm a weekly listener when it's there. When it's not, I'm annoyed.
Yeah.
That's not there. So we're gonna talk golf today.
Before we start, can I just
Yes,
Can I just say
100%.
like I can't wait for us to draft like the greatest golfers of all time. Danny somehow end up with Tiger, Jack, and like Ben Hogan, and then with his fourth pick, be like, I can't believe you didn't take JB Holmes, and end up with the fucking just destroy the draft right there.
I used to be a JB Holmes guy, by the way, back in the day. Yeah. By the way, John was one of the behind the scenes guys who thought it was a bit that you were tanking the fifth pick and everything.
No.
God. Oh my God. I would text Brendan every morning after I listened to it. Like the Will Smith one still fucking blows my mind.
That's
still
honest to
fucking
God.
blows
That's
my mind.
honest to God the only fifth pick I regretted on the way home, and I was like, I should have took Bateman. Should have took Jason.
You can take
Bateman.
Bateman.
The irony, though.
You're thinking like Russell Crowe? You're
No,
gonna take
fuck Russell Crowe.
Oh God.
I'm all set. You can't get a fucking listen to me. Well, I'll just say this until I'm fucking dead and cold. Will Smith, the scene in Fresh Prince of Bel-Air when he's begging for his father's attention, or Pursuit of Happiness when he's sitting in a bathroom with his kid homeless,
so-
trying to be a fucking stockbroker. No one cares.
That one I'll give you. The Fresh Prince one is so corny. It's so fucking corny.
Must be nice to have a dad all the time.
I love it. All right, we got a big week on tap, by the way. So we're going to talk about
Fire.
golf today. That's why we got John on. And we'll reveal later why he's integral to this subject. But we got the fucking classic. First annual.
Yep.
Everything's pretty much done. I got almost all the money collected except for like a couple groups. One guy in John's group, by the way.
Oh, yeah, no?
Oh, yeah. He's on my fucking shit list.
I'll get on
I'm just kidding. But we're good. We have everything pretty much collected. We filled the last final group. This is actually pretty funny. My buddy, who's probably gonna listen to this, my buddy Lenny, he was like, they were trying to get a group together to fill the final one. And then, like, it was like, my buddy's like, other buddy's like, I don't know, I'm gonna have to talk to my wife. Like, I think it's gonna work, but probably maybe not. He lives in Maine. I got a text from my neighbor, Joe Ciccarello, who lives up the street. He's like, hey, how much do I owe for the tournament on Friday? And I'm like, I don't have this guy in the fucking groups. And I deleted, like, my phone was so overloaded. I don't know if it's from, like, pulling the cork videos and shit, but, like, I deleted all my texts. I had just taken up so much space. So I can't see anything from before. And I'm like, oh, I don't know if we still have a space. I'm like, and he writes back, he's like, yeah, you said it was all set one night when I saw you. And, like, just, I'm like, dude, I drink a lot. You know what I mean? Like,
Classic Irishman.
Yeah. Yeah, so anyways, I just told those guys, I'm like, hey, you didn't commit, so you're out. Apparently, I committed to this dude.
How many groups are in it?
We got 144 people.
No
Full
shit.
slate.
Yeah.
Full slate.
Fuck.
It's going to be a long round.
7 hours up at the hood.
7 hours up the
8
hood.
a.m.
Yes.
7 hours of commercial-free PTC golf coming at you. That's Chris Hansen with no pants on.
I like it.
Very nice.
Yeah. So we got that. Danny, how was the weekend? You had quite a day today, huh?
So it started up Friday. I didn't do a fucking. I actually, me and Fitzy have a group text going. I started to rewatch The Wire again.
Same.
Time well spent.
Well, I'm in season 2 right now.
Okay.
Which is
Underrated.
Oh, you're
my
underrated.
Favorite. Oh, I've
My
been
favorite.
Crushing.
I've been moving.
Yeah.
I've been
Holy
moving.
shit,
So
dude.
Friday, I got home from work. Well, I got home from picking up the girls 5 o'clock till about 10. I just went all in on the rest of the season
For
1.
those listening, me and Danny started. I started ahead of Danny.
Yeah.
I'm only on episode 5, season 1.
Oh yeah, no, I went nuts.
You went ham.
Yeah, so
the last couple
Saturday,
days.
Saturday we didn't do anything, and the girls left me alone, which is great.
Good for you.
And I was just downstairs in the living room by myself, and I was like, I don't even think I ate anything yet. I was just in. So I'm like mid season 2 right now,
Holy shit.
and then we went out to
Doc Boys.
yep, fucking great
It's
season.
it's.
It's my favorite.
I like when people shit on that season. It's ridiculous. It's
I
so
feel like I know
underrated.
everything about you when you think it's a bad season.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like the underlying that's like when String
All
really
right.
starts to cut ties with Avon.
Fuck String,
Yeah.
bro.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
but
So-
oh god,
What's your least favorite season?
5.
5.
Yeah.
Yeah. 5
Yeah.
sucks.
No question.
Yeah.
What are we doing with a serial killer?
Yeah. Fake serial killer.
Yeah.
Ribbons? Killing homeless?
Now I talked about this before, and I'm gonna let you go in a second, but I mean I love the show they did after that, which was what's it called? Treme.
Treme,
Treme
yeah.
is phenomenal. If you
I've
like
nev-
The Wire,
I've
I think
never
it's,
watched
I
it.
mean,
I
you'll
gotta-
love it.
I
I
gotta
never
watch
watched
it.
it, but I heard people.
Oh, it's amazing. It's amazing. Go ahead, finish.
So eventually, we had some shit to do, and I was like, you know what? Like, we got to go out to eat or something. We didn't have the 2 youngest; they were at Christy's mother's house. So I was like, let's fucking splurge a little bit, and we went to that Brazilian steakhouse.
Yeah.
right near Chevers, Mineral. I've been there before. If you guys have never been, have you ever been to a Brazilian steakhouse?
Oh, yeah.
It's
Yeah.
more bang for your buck.
Yeah.
if you're hungry, and I was hungry.
So much salt, though.
Oh, yeah, you can't go in
I don't
there.
mind.
My blood pressure, mine.
Yeah, it's through the roof when you walk in the door before you even take anything.
Yeah. I'm like, holy shit.
It's so obviously we got little ones. It's not worth it if you have little ones. If you have teenagers and you want to bring, it's $45 a person. That's
Yeah.
all you can eat, and it's phenomenal. We had live music. Our waiter was awesome. I just had a great fucking time. We left. The kids went to do their own thing. I watched some more Wire. Today, woke up. Like I said, watched some. For me and Frank Sabaka are boys right now. He's going through some shit. All right, but
Ziggy's fucking.
Ziggy's a fucking total fuck up of that family. But we had to do a little running around, and I said, you know what? I said, it is golf week.
Yep.
I haven't bought golf shit for myself besides.
I love this, by the way. I love the spirit that came out of this today.
Sleeves of balls among, like, John, I'm not the greatest golfer, but
Yeah.
I come with.
Nobody is, dude.
Everyone needs. Don't say that. You know who else says that? Everyone that Brendan has brought me around. And then I'm just like, what am I even doing here? But everyone needs a morale guy, and that's me.
Yeah,
You know
you
who
are.
might be walking you into a buzzsaw on Friday is Moraes. He was talking a ton of shit at the barbershop.
Yeah.
Moraes.
Yeah, dude.
He's up and down. I've seen him play.
Hold on.
By the way,
We
Jonathan
should, have our leg,
Moraes.
we should have our leg breakers here now. You try to grab my ringer.
Oh, dude. So first, yeah, that's I didn't know. First
All right,
off.
let me
Yeah, you gotta
explain the
blame
situation.
Steve. Yeah, you gotta
I'll
blame Steve.
explain
for that one.
from the 30,000 foot view. I'm the one who's got the whole spreadsheet. So you text me. I got Moraes, Stevie Suda,
Yeah.
and
My buddy Luke.
Your buddy Luke.
Which, by the way, Luke is he's a little on the shorter side.
Yeah.
Those 3 right there, they're very good golfers.
Okay,
And
all
then
right.
there's me.
So then I text John. I'm like, hey, do you still want a group? He's like, yep, it's me, his buddy Chi, this other kid, and he's like, and Stevie Suda. I'm like, Stevie Suda from Malton? He's like, yeah. I'm like, this is good. And so I texted.
Didn't even give me a heads up. Like, I didn't get notifications
Well,
a week ago.
Steve Suda, who I love.
He's moving in down the street.
I know.
Yeah.
Steve
gonna
Suda,
be your
I
best
love, is
neighbor.
I know.
he's a he's like a car salesman, right? It's like he could sell the same car to 2 people and like they don't even know yet until somebody picks it up. So I texted Danny on a group text. He doesn't write back. So I'm like, oh, I guess maybe he already knew and he's with you guys. So then all of a sudden I get like, last week, I'm like, hey, you know Stevie Suda's playing with Jon Knochel? He's like, what the fuck? He's like, are you fucking
I
serious? I'm
FaceTimed
gonna
him right
kill
here. He didn't
Stevie
answer.
Suda.
And then he was like, no, dude, obviously I'm playing with you. I'll tell John to go fuck himself. And I
Oh,
was like,
that motherfucker. You're gonna take a dump on his
Yeah,
front lawn.
seriously. Is he right next to you? Your
No,
house?
he's on the the first third of Highview. He's closer to Upham than I am.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Great guy, by the way. Razor Ramon of high school
Yeah,
basketball,
he's
right?
say hello to the bad guy.
Yeah. Good golfer too. Very good golfer.
Yeah,
Hits it
he-
a ton.
I played with him up at Mount Hood in the
Yeah,
simulators. He
it's
was
a ton.
8 pounds. Of
Yeah. So him, John, and Luke are very good, and then
John's decent.
John's decent.
Yeah, but Luke, like I'm saying, this kid Luke is 5'4", maybe,
Yeah.
0 hair, completely cue ball.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Yeah, and he's just the fucking best. They're just great people. We're gonna have a good time, if anything.
So go ahead. You made a purchase.
So I went into to go grab a glove because for whatever reason, lefties, we always lose our glove. And
you're a lefty?
I am a lefty.
Nice.
And I opened up my bag today. It wasn't in there. I'm like, what's a glove? $20, whatever. I left without a glove today. I left with shoes, with a shirt, with sleeves and balls.
You look great.
I can't fucking wait.
Those shoes are sick.
Those shoes.
Those shoes are so
Nike
sick.
Air
You got
Air Maxes,
spikes.
yeah.
Yeah, Amex spikes.
you have salmon shorts.
I don't have a salmon shirt though. I wasn't gonna let it go just yet.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm gonna look phenomenal. And like,
What about shorts? You got the
I
teal,
might-
like the.
I
light
might,
green?
but if not,
you
I got
You
the.
kind of got to.
I might just go all black with those. I don't know yet.
Oh yeah, you could do that. Yeah.
But I am. Needless to
Yeah,
say,
fucking what's the kid's name from fucking Caddyshack?
Spalding.
No, the Italian kid. Yeah. Anyways, guys,
So-
all
so when
black
I-
outfit.
Yeah.
so I got them in the group chat, and I was like, "Listen, what colors are we going with?" Before I picked them up, no one answered me. Right? I wanted to look good.
yeah.
What colors are we going with to the group?
Yeah.
Jesus.
Listen to me. I'm excited. All right. I'm very excited. So I pick them up. I go, fuck them. I'm getting these. Stevie goes, let's go all black, murdered out. And I go, you guys can go as the Locks, and I'm going to go as Weekend at Bernie's. Because I look like an Easter egg, and I'm fine with it.
I like it.
I can't fucking wait. I am like a kid right before the first day of school. The clothes are already hung. I'm ready to
fucking
roll.
love it. I love it.
Ready to roll.
I am fucking amped.
Fired up.
You know what? I was not amped for like the last 3 weeks because not that it really wasn't. I'd say this. It wasn't as much work as I thought it was gonna be. It's just like every day there's something to do. Like it's like you're making sure you're tracking the money, that stuff. You know, John, you've run a bunch of these things. But now that like we're close to like getting everything done, I paid for the catering, I paid for the shirts and everything, paid for the I'm paying for the golf tomorrow, right?
Yep.
So that's all done, and then it's just like go time, right? So we got Bridget is helping out in the morning.
So
I already
Bridget,
talked to her.
Yep, Bridget texted me today, and she was like, "Hey, I got that gift basket for you guys." And I was like, "Well," which I knew about. We knew about.
Yeah.
She was like, "Do you want to grab it?" And I was like, "Listen, I'm literally in hell right now called Cowabungas."
Yeah.
Which we haven't even got to that part
Yeah.
yet. I go, but I have to fly to Brendan's. I said, I told him I'd be there by 7:30. I was like, but I know that this week we have to get together and get all the shit together, right? Like Tuesday
Yeah.
or Wednesday.
Yeah.
So I was like, I'll just swing by there and grab it.
Yeah, so we'll give that away as like a random door prize or something like that. Because
Okay.
we're not doing a big raffle. We've talked about this.
Yep.
We just don't have the bandwidth this year to do all the raffles and everything. We're still going to end up raising like, I think $4,000 or something like that for CF.
Yeah.
But I got my daughter and her friend with Bridget.
Yep.
She's helped check people in. I got Tommy and his buddy to help load shit out at the end of the day.
Yes.
Right? I was like, I'll pay you some money to do it. And he's like, probably just thinking he could scoop beers, like it's put in his backpack. But it's going to be fucking awesome. I can't wait. We got some Misguided Spirits coming in.
Awesome.
Jay's going to drop off a couple cases or 3 cases, and those will go to top women's team, top men's team, and like probably long drives for each and a lot of stuff.
Sweet.
And then after party's all set, catered. By the way, we just want to let everybody know that that's fully catered. So like, there's going to be great food and everything. And then afterwards, if you're still standing and you still want to go,
Hey.
that's right. Yeah,
go,
I will
baby.
be there. But we got everybody's going. Clocky's going to be there. Josh, the Ironwork. So the other thing is, if you want to come, it's not like really open to the public, but if you're like, hey, I might stop by, just send us a text. I'm sure you can
Yeah.
swing by.
Or just swing by the IA after.
Yeah, they got to. Yeah, I swing by the eye that night. My sister's like, "Are you still gonna be there at like 8 o'clock?" I'm like,
More
"Yeah, I
likely.
won't remember seeing you, but I will definitely be there." I just had to say one thing. I talked about this actually the other day on something else, but not on here. On here, obviously. I went to Tess had her graduation at MC.
I forgot. God, I'm sorry.
Okay, but Tess had her graduation at Malden Catholic. Baccalaureate mass on Friday. Fitz, you know how I feel about this.
Hates God.
I don't hate God. I hate the vessel that he chooses to channel himself through, which is the church. Place stinks. It's like, hey, stand up, shake this guy's hand,
Yeah.
fucking suck this guy's dick while you're doing
Kneel
it too. By
down.
the way,
Here's a steel cracker.
yeah, it's a
tip.
stale cracker, like fucking stinks. So, anyways, went to that. It was predictably boring. And then, and by the way, these priests these days, they out of touch, dude. I just gotta tell you that. They're just like out of touch. What do you, I mean, who's even doing that job anymore? You know what I mean?
It is weird if you think about it.
Yeah, it's very weird.
Because so my dad turned 70 this year, and like when he was growing up, like it was a well thought of thing. Like if you
Sure.
go into the priesthood, obviously like got a little weird.
Yeah.
The past couple of years, but like no, who the fuck's doing that these days?
yeah, I don't know. People love the shit out of God. Like
I'll take
fucking
these
shaking
priests
hands.
over the ones that were butt fucking kids in the 80s and 90s.
Like Jeff Clow? He didn't get butt fucked, but his friends did. He'll tell you all about it at the golf tournament.
Jeff was the one fucking kids.
Yeah, he was the one fucking them. So next day was
He said that.
I
It
know.
wasn't me.
next day was the actual graduation. So it was in the gym, right?
Nuts, by the way. It's not a big gym.
Dude, packed, right?
Not a big
wall
gym.
To wall.
Is MC? So I've never been to MC.
Yep.
Is it a big school?
No, not really.
No.
Is it just because like it used to be all boys and now they
Yes.
have girls in?
Yeah,
it?
but then
Yes.
now they're
Like,
building
we've
an
got a-
eighth
And they're
grade, and
building-
seventh. They're building middle school.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's bigger than it was as a girls' wing, which is actually really nice. But anyways, this was the main
Don't mean to
gym.
interrupt.
Yeah, go
Do they
ahead.
separate? Because I'm.
Yes, they're
Oh,
separated.
there's no shit.
Yeah,
Oh my
yeah,
God.
yeah. Nobody's getting
Can't
finger
be-
blasted.
can't be-
over
How many,
Can't be touching
how
before
many
marriage?
graduating kids?
it. A lot. I can tell you, I sat through it.
Like 150?
Yeah, something like that. Something like that. So anyway, now I have to say this. The way they did it was really cool. Like, first of all, the two kids with the valedictorians, they let the valedictorian for the boys and the girls class both speak. They're both fine. Choose the kid who's the hottest shit in the class. Like, Danny might be 197th in the class. Let him talk.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, because this kid.
Let him cook.
No, I'm saying I was the same.
No,
like,
right.
it's like, let this kid was the worst. He's obviously a genius. By the way, kid's name was Rocco. He had a gold watch on.
Nice.
First in the class. His dad looked like Central Casting out of like, if you were like, we're making a movie about Everett. It was like, yes. Here we go. Open shirt, 3 chains. Super nice guy. Walked by me. He's like, sorry, excuse me. Like slick back, but like receding here.
What did the cologne smell like?
Oh, it was beautiful. It was like, you know what it
Straight
smelled like?
brute.
It smelled like Revere and like stewed tomatoes is what it smelled like, I would say. So anyways, they go through the whole thing and they're like, it was actually nice how they did it. It was way better than like when they're just like Danny Gillis and they go, Matthew Fitzmaurice, right? So they'd have you up and they'd be like, Matt Fitzmaurice, played on the football team, was part of the Glee Club.
UMass debate
So,
team.
yeah, on the cheerleading team and the debate team, and he's going to Penn State next year, right? That was like every kid they did. Now at MC, obviously, most kids there that are graduating are going on to some type of college, right? And there was a lot of kids going to Penn State and shit, like a lot of big colleges. There were 5 kids, I think, total that weren't going to college, right? Well, maybe 6. Well, they didn't know. 2 of the kids were like black stud hoop players from the basketball team that I think are going to PG years. Like to go, like they're like figuring out what school they're going to PG at. So they play D1 probably.
Yep.
The other 3, one was a going to the Navy. Kid gets up, like nobody cheered. It was just like Penn State done. This kid's going to the Navy. Place goes bananas, right? Goes fucking off, crazy. The other 3 kids that weren't going to college, the way they announced it, where they go like, Steve Rogers was part of the robotics club and he played on the basketball team in his sophomore year. He will be entering the workforce. And I was like, it was like we were in a dystopian society. It was like, I was pictured like they don't even let them sit back down. They put them like, they take them out and they put them in a truck and they're like, you're mining quartz tomorrow for the rich people. Like
That kid's probably making more money than anybody that fucking
100%.
graduates from
And
that.
by the way,
Yeah.
I said that when I was talking to some people. I'm like, I think college is kind of a scam for the most part these days. Like, you're gonna go up and be an electrician. Like, 4 years, you're gonna be so much further ahead of that kid who's coming out of college, who's 160 in debt or 120 in debt,
way
and
more
you're
than that, yeah.
and you're fucking you have 80 in the bank, maybe. You know what I mean? Like, anyway, so
I do have to say one thing because this happened to me when I was in high school. So they didn't do that for the whole graduation. They just had a big banner outside the principal's office where everyone was going because we had like 400 kids when we graduated.
Yeah.
Would still be there from 2005. And so I went to my name and it said, wow, W-O-W. So I'm like, wow, like what's every person in front of me is going to Penn State, whatever the case may be, Bunker Hill. So I go, I'm going to wow. And my guidance counselor happened to be coming around the court. He goes, Gilly, That means world of work. And I was like, oh, I thought I was going somewhere. Fun fact, I got a Pepsi scholarship.
Yeah, you went to Northeastern.
I did. I did take a year off, though. I went to Northeastern a year later.
Yeah.
But, yeah, my first year, I was like, what am I doing in my life? Worked at Rent-A-Center.
Yeah.
Terrible job.
Yeah, you've talked about it.
Yeah, terrible job. Worst job ever.
All right.
But oh my God, I'm sorry.
Yeah, go ahead.
I feel like I'm taking this up, but I texted you guys about this dog situation yesterday.
Oh, that's a funny story. Go ahead.
Wild.
So, John, you ready for this one?
I'm ready.
So my daughter, my oldest, has a little Yorkie. Sprinkles is the name. Worst name ever. And the dog loves me. I kind of fell in love with it. It happens, right? So the dog fell asleep in our bed last night. And obviously we just let it chill, right? Not going to wake somebody up. This dog,
How small is it?
it's a small dog.
Yeah.
It's a Yorkie. It's
Okay.
fucking
Like,
little more than a teacup.
okay.
So
You smothered the shit out of
comes
it.
no comes down the stairs and like visibly limping.
Yeah.
Now, obviously, first thought is like, the bed's kind of high. She jumped off, shattered her leg into 1,000 pieces, right? So she's not barking. She's not doing anything. Chris, like, something's wrong with the dog. And I'm like, well, the good news is I'm not a vet. And so I agree with you. There's something wrong, but I don't know what it is. And it's clearly like the back right leg's just not working. So my daughter was at her friend's house. I go to pick her up. I go, you got to, first off, real responsible. I go, I'm picking you up. She goes, wait, now? I go, this is your fucking dog. This is your problem. You got to find out everything. So we go to the vet hospital in Woburn, in the middle of like an industrial park, by the way.
Yeah.
We go in there. The minute we walk in, which, by the way, I know we have a lot of pet listeners here. I don't wish this upon my worst enemy. We walked in, and there's just a family bawling their eyes out. That they obviously just had to put down one of their pets, right? I'm like, this is like walking into a wake, dude. So we go in. We kind of immediately get, we do the paperwork or whatever. Kind of immediately get, I wasn't in there 15 minutes.
Yeah.
We get seen. The nurse comes in, and I'm probably 25, 30 feet away, and I just hear them dying laughing in the doctor's office. And I can visibly, like, vocally hear them crying laughing. So I'm like, what the fuck is going on? So there's a couple next to me, and they're in, like, their mid-70s, and they're like, wonder what they're laughing about. I was like, yeah, I don't know those people. So they come out, and the nurse goes one way with the dog, and they come towards me. And they go, Danny, the dog's high. And I go, excuse me? And they go, they think the dog's high. I go, no one in our house smokes. And I go, but your dog, and I looked at my daughter and I go, was at X's house. So Christy's brother, he's an adult, weed's legal, right? He was in the room she was in the room the whole day. Dog's high as a lab rat. So the nurse comes back out. She goes, so we just did a test. She goes like this to the dog. Dog's not even moving. She's fucking fried, right? So she's like, so it's okay if the dog is around marijuana. And I go, I'm like, no, like we don't smoke. And now like the old couple, they're like, oh my God, do you think that's something wrong with the cat? Maybe they got they got one of our edibles. She goes, this is pretty common. This happens like 2 to 5 times a day. I'm like,
Holy
what
shit.
the fuck is happening? So I was like, well, when does it wear off? She's like, usually like 24 hours. So that's like when we went to go grab something to eat. I was like, so we can just throw her in the cage? And she's like, oh yeah, she's fine. So now I feel bad. We filled our bowl with food. Like, I'm just thinking of like someone that's high.
Munchies.
I put on Paw Patrol on like a marathon. Came back, dead asleep. I woke up this morning. She's ready to roll. So Sprinkles is all good, but she was living on fucking Jump Street.
I got
last
a great
night.
animal getting high story, but it has to be held for the Patreon. So, anyways, all right, real quick. This is brought to you by Misguided Spirits.
Let's go.
All right, guys, listen. Big Bad James. We're gonna have that stuff on hand at the event. They have it at Malden Square Fine Wines.
Yep.
They have it at Ball Square Fine Wines. Malden Fine Wines, right? Just Malden? Malden Square.
No, Malden Square Fine
Malden
Wines.
Square Fine Wines. I like the Hinky Dink whiskey, personally.
Yep.
I drank a lot of the vodka. We pounded that shit was it last week or the week before, the cotton candy with
with
the
the-
Faygo?
So good.
I still can't get over how good that tasted.
Were they making us bloodies on Friday?
We can make bloodies. I know that. I know we have the power to do that ourselves. But they are the best. Misguided Spirits, our guy James, he's the best. So listen, do me a favor, go buy their shit, Okay, that's the one thing I gotta tell you. You can order online. Some states you can't get it. I know, like I think Bauman can't get it. Did I get that right?
Bowman.
I feel like you're just doing the opposite of whatever I say every
No,
time.
it's always Bowman. You always say Bauman. And Mark Fitz loves it every fucking time.
Well, because he's a victim of a last name getting fucked up.
Yeah.
I mean,
I am too. I was an Ahern, but I'm a Hearn.
Grew up with the
All
name
right.
Knochel. Are you
Yeah,
fucking
there
kidding
you
me?
go.
Yeah. One teacher in the 16 years of school. Yeah.
I've said it before. My English teacher called me Giles. I go, "You're an English teacher."
Yeah.
That's Gillis, dude.
All right, so listen. All this stuff's great. MisguidedSpirits.com. Check them out. If you need to get hooked up with it, if you live around here and you want a bottle of it, you should do yourself a favor and just go to Ball Square Fine Wines and Liquors in Somerville and get yourself a fucking bottle of it. And we'll update wherever else it is right now. You can get, by the way, New Bedford, apparently they own it. So if you listen to this in New Bedford and you're not on fucking, like, on a ripper of fucking heroin right now, you can buy it at most of their places and in the bars. All right, we're going to talk about golf today. So, John, let's give the reason for you to be on. First of all, you're obsessed with golf.
I'm
That's the
obsessed.
first thing.
Yeah, I'm a golf geek. So for
You
guys-
are,
yeah.
yes, which I enjoy.
Yeah.
I like people who are obsessed with shit. I've said this before in the past. I want my people that I'm friends with to be all in on things. I don't want to be, don't give me the half-ass shit. You know what I mean? Give me the whole, all the way in shit. So you ran the Deutsche Bank, you helped run the Deutsche Bank.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's start with that.
All right. So, yeah, I was head of sales ran the sales team for the Deutsche Bank Championship and then turned into Dell Technologies Championship for, God, it was 7 years. So, yeah, we did that and it was a fucking blast. So we dealt with all the pros every year and it was a great tournament until Tour decided to fucking take us out of Boston because, let's face it, Jay Monahan is a fucking genius. He knows what he's doing, I guess. But yeah, no, so it was great. It was a fun tournament. It was all, it was a small team of 7 of us. Went out, blew it out every year. Always had about 150,000 people come down Labor Day weekend. Biggest party in Massachusetts that weekend. So it was a good time.
It's fucking sick, dude.
Yeah.
And then,
Great.
is that when you started playing golf or were you playing golf before that?
Well, being in sales, you kind of have
Yeah,
to play
yeah,
golf.
yeah.
But yeah, no, even when I was down there, I didn't even really play golf.
Like, did you play in high school and stuff?
No,
No.
no.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
didn't pick up a golf club until after college. Until it was my roommate. He played in Delaware. He grew up in Delaware. He grew up on a course, and so he was into golf. We literally my only exposure in high school and college to golf was like drinking Tiger Woods, like drinking the Tiger Woods video game.
Yeah,
we
yeah,
just
yeah,
get fucking
yeah.
smashed and play Tiger Woods.
Yeah.
And that was it. And so I literally didn't pick up a club until after college. And then I got into sales. I was at EEI for a few years. Got in, worked for the Celtics, all that shit. And so you have to take clients out onto a course, and I'd be petrified taking clients out because I was so fucking bad. And so went to work for the tour, and we were automatic members down at TPC. So you have to take clients out down there. So I started taking a few lessons. Still was dog shit. And then we became members up here at Bellevue, and I was like, all right, if I'm gonna actually fucking pay to be a member somewhere, I'm gonna try. And so I started taking lessons, and yeah, it's gotten along.
Yeah.
But I like.
I mean,
that's where
let's
the-
just
that's-
let me give the people at home the level of this kid's obsession, okay?
Yeah, that's
Because
when the obsession became real.
You know, we're friends on Facebook, we're friends in real life, all this stuff. This dude's like, we're talking about a kid who is waking up early in the morning doing specific golf-related exercises to get better at golf. That's what we're talking about.
No,
Which, by the way,
yeah, it's my
I'm
man,
in on
Cody.
this. I'm just
Yeah.
saying, that's a fact, right?
Yeah, no, 100%.
Are
Yeah.
you good?
I'm like, on my good days, I could shoot in the low 80s. On my,
There's something I'll
but
never
on my
make.
bad days, I'll shoot well above 100.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, welcome to that. I'm
Yeah.
not.
Like,
you
I
let me
had
know
a-
when your bad day is.
Like I had a bad day on Wednesday. I feel bad. I played in the Wednesday night league over at Bellevue, and my partner is this dude Kevin. He actually lives down next to Winthrop School. He's a great dude. His uncle's actually Jimmy Dunn, the guy who's doing all the shit with the tour and live and stuff like that. I felt bad for him because I play like dog shit on Wednesday nights for some reason. I play absolutely. It's my worst night I ever play. But yeah,
I think
I
though
could easily
it's-
go out there and shit all over myself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, the problem here's my issue. This is why I'm not a member of Bellevue. So to give the background, I worked there in high school, college, high school and college. And my buddies were members. So like I would play. You can as a guy who works on the course. Like if there's nobody out in the like say an afternoon in the summer, they'll let you go out, right? But if your buddies also are members, you can just go out with them. It doesn't matter. They're like, fine, because you have somebody with you. They're just not charging them for the guest time. So I would play 4 or 5 days a week. At that point, I was probably shooting like between like 39 and 43 when I would go out. Just because I was playing every fucking day,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Every single day I was playing 5 days a week, right? Now, like, I'm obviously not, I'm not that good. But point being that, like, when I've gotten the Bellevue membership sent to my fucking email like 6 times. And the
Well, now
reason
it's
I don't do it is I work for myself. And I'm like, I will be in bankruptcy within like a fucking year because I'll be like, I can get fucking 9 holes. Then what's the big deal? I'll take a couple calls on the course. I'd be up there just drinking and fucking playing all the time. I'm actually known as Bellevue's favorite foster child because
you've said
I
this
am
before.
up there so much. Like Tim Maher, like Kev's brother's like, you're up here more than me. Like I'm a good hang and like, you know, and by the way, I pay when a guy like takes me out, I give him money. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna fucking go up there for free.
Yeah, let me put that out to anybody in Melrose who's listening right now. If somebody takes you to Bellevue, please pay. It fucking adds up
Dude, it's expensive
real
as
quick.
shit.
Yeah,
I tell everybody
my
that.
buddies that I play with always paying. Like, I'm like, you guys are fucking great.
Well, dude, because it's whatever. And not only that, so then you have to go up to the club and say you want to buy. Say we go out there, like the other day, the time we played 27 holes with Kev Maher, like a couple weeks ago.
Crazy.
Then we were just like, we're doing double beers at every turn. Then we stayed up there for like an hour. I paid him, I think I gave him like $1.60 or something. And he's like, that's way too much. I'm like, dude, that's not enough. Like, we drank. Like, it adds up, dude. And then you got to pay your tab at the end of the month.
At the end
you know
of the
what I
month,
mean?
yeah, that's
Like,
always my
fuck-
least favorite day of the fucking month.
Yeah, obviously. Brutal.
The worst is when your kids learn the number, your member number, and they can go up there and just order whatever the fuck they want.
Oh, like chicken fingers.
Oh,
the
dude, my
pool and-
favorite was we were waiting in line at the pool last year, and these it was 3 or 4 kids came off the course. One kid was clearly the member, had his buddies out there with him. They were in high school. He goes up and he's like, yeah, he's like, I'm going to get a lobster roll. Lobster rolls at Bellevue are fucking $35. He turns around to his buddies and goes, who wants one? Anybody else want one? My dad's paying. I'm like, you motherfuckers.
Fucking
Yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah, dude, once they learn the number, it's fucked. It gets jacked up.
Yeah.
Dude, a lobster roll, dude. Lobster
Country
roll.
club living, you know.
Yeah.
This kid came from Brockton. Now we're at the top. You know?
How long you been a member at Bellevue?
We got lucky. So, like, we got in at the end of 2019. So
Okay.
we got on the wait list. When we got on the wait list at the beginning of 2019, there were like 5 families in front of us. And so it was like,
Which
all
is
right.
insane.
Which
Because
is
now
insane.
it's 75, 80
Yeah,
people.
it's a 7-year wait right now.
Yeah, yeah.
And so end of 2019 comes, they're like, hey, you know, you got in, do you guys want to join? We signed right up. And fucking thank God we did, because if we didn't have that club to go to in COVID summer, I'd probably be divorced. I would have murdered one of my kids. Like, we were there every fucking day, whether I was playing
Yeah.
golf with the kids, my wife was playing tennis, they were at the pool. It was just something to fucking do besides sitting in your house. And it's,
That's why I built this bar.
yeah.
So I just drank the whole time while you were playing golf. I was just getting shit housed. No, Bellevue's a great club, and it's a great place. I have to say that. So here's the thing about golf. Let's talk about scrambles for a minute, because scrambles is my favorite thing in the world.
Oh, they're great.
It's 100% my favorite thing in the
Yeah.
world, because I will say this about myself. Golf is frustrating for me, not in the sense that, like, if I'm not playing well, I get frustrated. Not that. It's that and I think everybody's frustrated by this part, right? It's like, even the best golfers that you know, who are like 3 handicaps, who have a regular job,
Which is
they're sharing
bullshit.
the same level of frustration that you have at, say, a 15 or whatever it is, which is this. You know that you are capable. Like, I know at one point I shot low 40s, so I know I'm capable of that, right? So I go by myself, though. I'm not going to shoot that, nor should I expect to shoot that, because I don't play anymore, really. I probably play my own ball 7 times, 8 times a year at this point, right?
Yeah.
For a full 18. So I can't expect to be good, right? Because it's like, I'm not playing enough to be good.
Yeah.
But it's annoying, right? Because you know what you're capable of. So that's the best part of a scramble, is that a guy like me, like, I'm playing on Friday with 2 Mar brothers and my buddy Kaz, who's nasty. And I'll probably be good for like 4 shots in that round that we'll use, right?
Yeah.
But like, when you fire that, like, say 4-iron into a green and like fucking
Fucking the
stick it
best.
to like 7
Yeah.
feet,
Nothing better.
like, your
So
dick
good.
is hotter
When
than
the,
Chinese
when,
arithmetic
when
clock
the
would
other
say.
3 come up to you and they say, that's your fucking ball.
Yeah.
The best.
There's nothing better than playing in a scramble and you use your drive,
Yeah.
you use your approach shot, and you
best.
use and it's your fucking hole, and you're like, I birdied that fucking hole. That's
It's the best.
Yeah.
It's the best. It's the best feeling in the world.
Yeah.
I did it last year on a par 3.
Yeah.
And I have video proof that
Yeah, you went nuts.
there was a drone.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
The whole shot, my tee off, 10 feet from the hole, drone cruises in on it. I got to show you the video afterwards, right? And then it shows the drone's hovering and watching us drive up to the green, and then me get out and just walk up, and I point at the drone, right? Because I knew the drone was there. Point at the drone,
Sunk. Bang.
sink my putt, birdie it, and just fucking walk off the hole. It's fucking
fucking
gold.
phenomenal.
And that's what keeps me coming back. 'Cause
yeah.
I'm
That's-
fucking
yeah.
terrible.
Dude,
I'm
dude.
not good.
No.
I'm bad.
I'm
You know what I
right-
mean?
right there
And that's
with you,
why
man.
scrambles, I need a scramble. You know what I mean? Because if I play my own ball, it's like 23 over or fucking, you know what I mean? It's not good.
Yeah.
But
It's probably more
like you
than
were
that.
saying, it is, yeah.
I'm saying because I'm probably 23.
No, I'm talking simulated golf on 9.
Oh, yeah.
So, but like you said, if I had the time
Sure.
to go out there, because I'm an athlete.
Yeah.
I'm not fucking.
Everybody knows that about you.
I'm not some fucking dump,
Yeah.
right? If I had the time to go out there and fucking play every single day and like dial my shit in and figure out how far I hit every club, I could be good at golf. I mean, I don't think I would be good at golf. I'm not going to be.
You'd be a lot better than you are.
I'm not going to be Xander Schauffele.
No.
but I'm
Nobody wants to
going to
be
still
Xander.
fucking.
Yeah.
I would be better than I am right now.
Sure. You know what? I got a really funny story real quick about. We used to go to this golf tournament every year. My buddies from college in Lake Maury, which is a resort in Vermont, like right across from like where Dartmouth is. And perfect place, dude. You drive up on a Friday, right? There's a hotel that's connected. It's a resort, but it's like, it's not like fucking. You're not in the Hamptons, you know what I mean? You're in the fucking middle of Podunk, fucking Vermont. You pull up to the resort, right? Say this is the parking lot for the resort. The golf course is my house. So like you don't have to get in your car once you're there. Like and it's free living, like fucking just getting shit housed. Course is nice. One of my buddies, Chappie, he's the one who owns all the funeral homes.
Yep.
He is like, he's got a touch of the tism. Let's just say that, as Theo Vaughn would tell you. He had this little laminated card that he brought out of his bag. I'm like, what do you got over there? And he's like, this is just like how far I hit my clubs, right? And I'm like, all right. So I like bring it out and it's like 9-iron, right? And it's like 125, 100%. But then it says 135, 115%. And I'm like, wait. I go, you have levels for clubs that you could hit over the highest percentage you could possibly hit. And he's like, yeah, that 100% is my full swing. And I'm like,
What the fuck's under?
what's your ultimate full swing though? Is that 150%?
That's when he shakes it into the woods like 115.
Absolute fucking maniac, by the way. Anyway, so yeah, dude, I love fucking scrambles because it is one of those things where like, even like you get like a guy like me, like there was one time I played with all 3 Ma brothers.
Nuts.
And Joe Ma, the oldest one who's not playing in the PTC Classic, is the best golfer I've ever played with my life. I think at one time he was like a +1.
Timmy's solid, dude.
Timmy's good, but
solid
Joe
fucking player.
blows his dick off. Like
shit.
Tim looks like me next to fucking. I look like Tim next to Joe looks like me next to Tim. That's basically the way it works. So, anyways, yeah, Joe's just like the most fucking ludicrous player you've ever seen in your life. So I'm playing with the 3 of them in a tournament at Stowe Acres. First hole, there was no. I think there was no mulligans. So like, I think it was a par 3. Skirt 55 feet from the pin. Just like, fuck, we're gonna start with a par. I just roped one in for fucking 55 feet.
Perfect.
Last thing I did. First thing I did, last thing I did. Like I didn't have to do anything else.
You know what the best part about that is though? You still talk about it to this day.
We finished 18. Exactly, that's what I'm saying. We finished 18 under. No, 16 under. Win it. Now all the Maz, as you know, are are not big, right?
Right.
I walked to the bathroom. Some monster dude the size of Fitzy's like, you didn't score 16 under. I'm like, we did. I'm like, and he's like, you guys full of fucking shit. And he's like in my face. And I'm like, dude, the guy that I'm playing with won the Mass 4 ball. Like, and he's like, fuck off. Like, and I'm like, I walk back to him, like, that one was a fucking fight us. And Tim Ma looks at me. Tim Ma's the size of like that fridge, the mini fridge. He looks at me, he goes, welcome to being a Ma. Everybody hates us. And I'm like, I guess so. All right, fine. But dude, you just won one. You just won the Winter Open.
Yeah, we won the Winter Open.
Yeah.
14
under.
14
I was surprised it held, but it held.
Yeah.
I think this tournament will go, the PTC Classic will be 16 under. That's my predictive.
Are you doing mulligans and shit like
4
that?
mulligans a guy, $20
Okay,
bucks.
$20 each.
Which was the same at
it was the same as
same as the Winter one.
yeah.
You
gotta be very you gotta make sure people know how to use those because there'll be some groups I guarantee you they'll be like, oh, we each bought 4, we have 16 total. That means everybody like one mulligan is for all 4 of us. So they'll have like 16 times 4. Like you gotta be very
64 mulligans.
Yeah, exactly. So you got guys sitting on fucking greens just boom, 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 until like they get that
Yeah.
20-footer finally.
Somebody was like, my father was like, well, fucking Mulligan's licensed to cheat. And I'm like, I mean, people cheat anyways. Like, not me. I'm honest as the day is long, but other people, you know what I mean?
What is
Yeah, you got the fear of God.
They
in
go
you.
bananas out that course.
You don't want to go to hell.
Yeah, I don't want to go to hell.
what is your favorite thing about a scramble? That's an open question. All
All right. Let's start with this. I like this question. So I'd like to answer first. My favorite thing about a scramble is waking up in the morning of the scramble.
Yeah, it's like
It's Christmas for an adult.
Yeah.
Like you wake up, you're like, fuck. Like I gotta fucking scramble today. It's a Friday. First of all, you're not going to work. So that's the first thing. You're like, I don't have to go to work today. Second of all, you're like, and I gotta go out and I got a license to kill, basically. You know what I mean?
And more importantly, there's no work tomorrow either.
right.
Long weekend, by the way, is the best. I mean,
Evan shit on us for not drafting the first bear of a scramble.
it's a great one.
It's a great
It's a great one.
It's a great plot.
Now, I'll tell you right now what we're going to have control over is that Thursday night we're getting together to do the gift bags.
Oh.
We're going to have to really control our intake in that situation.
Oh, I agree.
Oh, we're doing it Thursday?
Yeah.
I thought it was Tuesday or
I
Wednesday.
don't know.
you
Yeah, I
not
thought it was
around?
Tuesday or Wednesday.
I can.
I'll
do
check.
any
I'll see
night.
what
Doesn't matter.
happens.
This is what I'm dealing with, John.
Yeah, 'cause
you know
I
what I mean?
can't-
This is these.
I can't do Thursday.
What are you doing? You got your fucking manicure pedicure going for the full round?
I got a baseball game and my wife's out.
He's got to shave a hairy
She's got
pig.
something going on, so I'm not Thursday.
Child
I can't
labor,
do.
bring 'em over.
Tuesday. Tuesday I could do. Wednesday I could do.
No, I'm just kidding. I can actually do it by myself. I'll
That's
get
a
Sean
lot,
B
though.
over
No,
there.
just-
Oh, you get
Sean,
you're
yeah,
there.
Sean will be here.
Yeah.
Sean already planned on it.
Yeah. Sean's is fucking. By the way, talk about a soldier.
Oh,
He
yeah.
is.
Sean B's a soldier.
If we
Yep.
need to do it Thursday,
And it's
me and
also-
Sean will both be
That's
in the
fine.
same
Yeah, I'm
spot.
not worried about
We'll
it.
just
I'm
have
not
to come
worried
after
And it's
we're
also
both-
his fault that we're doing this.
It is. I
he's
said I didn't
coming.
want to do it. He's like,
So he's coming.
yeah, he's involved. Yeah, I love waking up. I love that morning when you wake up. You're like, dude, it's so funny because it's like I wake up tomorrow morning. I'll wake up like I don't get up early. I get up at I get up at 6:20 or whatever, right? So like contextually speaking, I guess that's early for me.
That's
but
early.
not for you guys, right?
No, yeah, that's early though.
6:20, get my shit together, whatever. I'm like usually working by 7 if it's like that type of day. But like, and I'm like, I can't even get up before the 6:20 hits. You know what I mean? Like I don't even think about it.
I wake
If
up
I get
at,
a round of golf to play at 5:20 in the morning, I'll be up at 3:45, like
Yeah.
fucking staring at the
Prepping.
clock. Like,
Dude,
let's go.
I wake up at 4:20 every morning and eat like 7 edibles like sprinkles. And then
My
people
poor
think my leg's broken. Like we gotta take Fitzy to the vet. This kid's high as shit.
What's your favorite thing about it?
camaraderie. I like
yeah. It's great.
like I had this kid Luke. He lives down in Florida now. He's literally just coming up for the tournament. I think leaving the next day.
Are you serious?
Swear to God.
That's
Legend,
sick.
legend
That's awesome.
shit.
So like shit like that. I mean, me and Bellevue, his grandfather was a big wig up there forever, but he passed away before 2019, so you wouldn't know.
okay.
But Luke and his brother Troy, I was in Troy's wedding. Troy held my mother's casket. Like we're tight. They grew up on that course, so Luke knows his way around that place. I'm sure you guys would know some of the same people and shit. But he's coming up. I'm gonna see a whole bunch of people that from this podcast. My old coach has got a whole team together.
Yeah.
Tommy Robinson, like my cousins are there. It's gonna be. I just love that shit. Like
It's the closest thing you get to being on a team again.
Yeah.
Once you leave
100%.
like high school.
Yeah.
Like, that's
Yes.
the best part. Like
Yes.
yeah, it's fucking the
I
best.
love it, and it's like it's fucking morning, so you get the whole day together.
Dude, I gotta say this too. Like when I first started playing, obviously we talked about this before, but when I was doing cornhole, like that's kind of the best thing about cornhole is like you go to some place, you're partners with them, and you're like, all right, next game's coming up, like, and you like having a beer between games. It's like you're fired up. It brings you back to that point, right? The difference is though, in like cornhole, like you could be as good as you could be in whatever. You throw great shots, and it is have something in common where you're like, oh, I can still feel this feeling of like fucking, but it will never do like if you dump one in from 90 yards in a scramble, like you could ride on that till fucking for 4 years.
That's
You know
what
what I
boy
mean?
Pat Wickles did. That's how we got our eagle on
the-
6.
Oh,
yeah,
is it?
Fucking yeah. We teed it off. We had 2 good tee shots, and he hit this shot, and we were all. It was like 6 is that one with all the hills kind of
Yep.
on it, and we couldn't see what the pin was because they had those pins fucking tucked.
Yeah.
For the Winthrop Open, it was they're like, what the fuck? This isn't the U.S. Open. Like, what are you doing? And he had a really good one. I'm like, oh, that's tracking. That'll be good. That's a birdie for us. And then all of a sudden, the group behind us started going batshit. And we were like, what the fuck? And we were like, it's in. And yeah, he dunked it from 90 yards out.
Jesus,
Fucking one
the
hot
best.
dunk. Yeah,
The best.
sick.
What do you think, Fitzy? What's your favorite?
Yeah, just hitting those shots. Like, obviously, we're not using most of my shots,
Yeah.
right? We're using people that I bring. I got 2 Reading dads that are fucking phenomenal golfers.
Really? Playing
Yeah.
with you?
Then I got my cousin,
Mike
who's-
Lacey.
No, I don't
Not a
know.
good
Mike
golfer,
Lacey.
by the way.
Shout
I
out to
don't think.
fucking Mike Lacey. I just got off of coaching Little League against Mike Lacey.
Yeah.
Great game. Athletics.
Melrose's own.
Melrose's own Mike
Mike
Lacey.
Lacey.
Reading resident, coaches his son's Little League team, coaches against me in flag football.
Yeah, he's
I've
a
run
great
into
guy.
him
He's
a
an
bunch
awesome
of
guy.
times.
Yep.
His kid is a
Stud player, right? Good
he's
player.
nasty and
Yeah.
he's a 1-to-1 fucking reference of Mike. He looks
Yeah, looks just
exactly
like
like
him,
him.
yeah.
shit.
Mike
We were
Lacey's
walking
a great kid.
We were walking through, slapping high five. I was like, Lacey, nice game. Because I
knew
knew
it
it
was
was
right
him.
away.
Yeah. Yeah, just fucking same as Danny.
Yeah.
Hanging out with the boys all day.
Yeah. The funny thing is that I've always been in
Women
this
just
boat.
wouldn't understand.
So for you guys to, if me, you, Danny, and whatever, insert somebody else in there, we go out and play golf, and it's like, oh, this kid knows what he's doing. When I go with Joe, like Tim Ma the other day was pep talking me at Bellevue because I was like whiffing almost. This is the other thing about golf that's wild, right? So I went out, I was so hungover the day we played 27. I immediately take my new driver and I dump it 42 yards off the tee, direct downhill, fucking like
You didn't even
squirter.
make it to the cart path.
Brutal, right? And I'm like, all right, here we go. And then I continue to do that. And Tim Mauer was my partner. Tim, he's like, I like what you're doing right now. Tim Mauer, I always tell you, Tim Mauer will tell you how long it took him to play 18 holes. He'll tell you every shot. It will take you as long as playing 18 holes. But Kev's always like, he's like, I don't know why you like listen to him talk. I go, he's like ASMR for me. I'm like, Tim, tell me more. He's like, so I'm on 16, right? I had an 8 iron and I was concerned because the pin was right, okay? And you know how that pin is. And I'm like, I don't, but go. Keep talking to me.
Timmy's
Go ahead.
Timmy's got such a you could tell he's a routine guy.
Oh.
Because when he goes to Bellevue for our Wednesday night league,
Smallest
it's the
Marine to ever call the
same
Marines.
fucking thing. Like he's got the AirPods in. He's got his clubs lined up. Like he knows exactly the clubs he's going to hit into the net. Goes straight from the net,
Yeah.
right up to the green, putts. Still the AirPods. He's probably listening to Garth Brooks because he's always playing country
Oh,
music.
he's
Yeah.
the worst.
Oh, he's the best.
He's
He's a fun
He's a
dude.
great golfer.
Yeah.
So for the people at home, Tim Mauer is not a tall gentleman, but the ultimate story about Tim Mauer is that when he went to Paris Island, there was like this dude the size of Fitzy, and they were like, they put you in those boxes and like make you fucking like fist fight inside of a box, like that's like not big enough to like. And he's like, I want that guy. Like he's like, I want the biggest guy in here. And like he just like pummeled the guy, like got inside on him. Like he's like a bulldog. That's what he is. He's like a little bulldog.
He's a great dude.
And a phenomenal golfer. Like fucking great golfer.
His kid's sick too. I made the mistake one year of entering the club championship at Bellevue.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'll ever do that again. But I played with this kid in the first round, and his kid was smooth as swing.
Oh, yeah.
Just fucking
Mars.
Good kid.
Yeah.
Boss.
Maz. Whenever Kevin Ma talks about this is like nothing that anybody at home is going to enjoy. But whenever Kevin talk about his brother coming over from the Marines, Tim comes over and goes, I heard he was all fucked up. He was listening to Garth Brooks and putting ketchup on his eggs like a psychopath. I'm like, I've been putting ketchup on my eggs since I was in second grade.
Me too.
Nuts.
Insane
Fucking love
movement.
it. Now, you know what's funny about that though? I don't put it on a breakfast sandwich. Like if I got a fried egg,
I do.
sausage, egg, and
ketchup
cheese.
on it?
I
Yeah.
don't.
Oh,
I
do.
never do that.
Madman,
I'll do
right?
hot sauce.
But if I
I'll
do
ketchup,
those
yeah.
scrambled eggs, I'll put a little ketchup on maybe.
Oh, I can't do
you know? Yeah. I mean, it's either you're into it or not. You know what I mean?
Can't do it. No, the best part about a scramble is the reaction everybody makes to the winner's score. No way you shot
Yeah,
a 16 on
bullshit.
that. Fuck that. Like they just go
Fucking
nuts.
cheaters.
Yeah, it's the best. I love it.
Yeah.
Every tournament.
happens every single time.
tournament.
Yeah.
It could be like 4 under. People still fucking lose their
Well,
minds.
part of it is because everyone's noodled anyway,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
You know, but
Yeah.
you
You
know,
know who's not yelling? Me, because I had no expectation of winning
No.
anyways.
I think it's also like, you know what I like is like when, like I talked about this last week, but like me and Ryan Hearn played that Wither Open. It was clearly the other two guys weren't contributing a lot. So like, let's just try to get to 5 under. Like me and you 5 under. That's good.
Yeah.
For 2 guys. You know what I mean? We got to 4, I think, but like It's funny how like the waves of like those things go, because if you come out hot and you're rolling and all of a sudden you hit that like 4-hole stall and you're like, oh fuck, is this thing not gonna happen for us? You know what I mean? Like you gotta like, even with like, dude, I play with like the Mars and a ton of these things. It's like sometimes it happens, sometimes it doesn't. Because if you don't put it tight, that's the problem. Because like you're pretty much going to hit, somebody's gonna hit a decent enough drive to use, right?
Yeah.
But if you don't stick irons to like inside of 10 feet, like, and you're doing 15, 20 footers, like you're not gonna make a lot of those. You know what I mean?
A lot of pars.
But so if you don't hit those, like if you don't have that, then you don't have it. Hey, do me a favor, read Bella's.
Bella's 1211 Osgood Street, North Andover, Massachusetts. You know the vibes, all right? The best in the game, roast beefs, steak tips, salads. We say it many times before. They could have tap water, and they have the best of it, all right? Harry, Sandra, the whole team up there. Listen, it might seem like it's a little bit of a hike if you're from around our way. It's not. It's just because the way that Massachusetts is fucked up, they put you on 3 different highways. But you're there in minutes, all right? Doesn't matter how many minutes you're there, you're going to have a great time up there. 1211 Osgood Street, North Andover. Say hello to Harry, say hello to Sandra. Grab yourself the best beef in the game. Now, while Brendan pours all this good stuff and Knochel sits back down, what do you think? So on the opposite side of this, right?
Yeah.
What's the worst thing about a scramble?
I can tell you right now. Now, this isn't going to affect me, but it's going to affect John because we just talked about this.
Okay.
And I try to avoid this at all costs, but like, 'cause that's why I actually usually do not sign up for like Monday or Tuesday scrambles or something like that.
Yeah.
I'm just like, yeah, I'm not doing that.
Yeah.
Unless it's like, if it was you or whatever, anybody here, I would say yes, of course. But like, if I just get like the random lobbed out, like, hey, there's this one. Like, for example, I'll tell you why, because this is a Friday scramble.
Yep.
Memorial Day weekend. It's almost perfect. It's like God, actually the real God.
Yeah, who did you
Fitzy.
blow to get the Friday before
Yeah.
Memorial Day?
Dude, it was the last one they had left.
And you know
They had
what's
nothing else left.
No shit.
You know what's nuts, dude? And I don't mean to cut you off because we've been working on this for quite some time
Yeah.
now.
Since episode 1.
We've been trying so hard to get a scramble tournament for Malden Papuano, and the kid that we put in charge of it might be mostly on him, honestly. But he's like, oh, they got nothing open. They got nothing open. I'm like, he just got the best one, and he called one time. He keeps telling me, he's like, yeah, they're gonna call me back with an
Actually, it
answer.
was Sean who booked
Sean,
it.
oh yeah, so Sean will go to their house and be like, hey, are you working today?
Sean's on it.
Yeah.
The worst thing is this. If you are gonna have to like live a regular civilian life after the tournament's over, like John's gonna have to coach baseball on Friday
Yeah.
night.
That's
Tough.
That's rough.
That's tough. Because like I am gonna be,
3 sheets to the wind.
I might not even live at my house by the end of the weekend. like it's, you know what I mean? Like we're talking about real like napalm in the morning type shit. Like
Yeah.
like fucking like we're going off on this thing. Now I will say this: I'm gonna be relatively in control
Relatively.
Tip
during
top
the
shape.
tournament. Whatever. Once we get to the IA, I'm going bananas.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's fine.
Yeah, you got it. Like,
It's just what it is.
it's you're relieving yourself after that.
yeah,
You put all that
exactly,
work into
exactly,
it. Yeah,
yeah.
exactly.
I get to sprinkle in waters throughout the day,
Yeah.
which I will. You know what I mean? It's
gonna be fucking
I'll drink
beautiful.
A water.
It's gonna
Yeah,
be gorgeous. It's 75
yeah.
degrees. God
Yeah.
is
Perfect.
loves us, Fitzy. See?
God knows.
God knows. So I think that's the worst thing. If you have to go like actually do something like that
Afterwards,
outside
yeah.
of like, because it's almost like getting out of a casino and being like, oh, you got to go to work now. It's
Yeah.
like, what?
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean?
Varsity Blues, you got to go play a fucking game.
Yeah.
After they go see Miss Davis.
Yeah.
Right?
Stripper, yeah.
Tan.
So you were out using the bathroom, but we're going to talk about what's the worst thing about a scramble.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go. And it's only happened to me at one course, but we went there a couple times in years in a row. Can these fucking people not look through your bags before the tournament starts?
That doesn't happen at the hood anymore.
But
The
like,
last group that owned the hood was fucking.
They were the worst. They were knocks.
but
My
like,
fi- oh,
th-
sorry.
you must know. But you must know what's happening.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, you're gonna spend money when the cock girl comes around.
Yeah.
But just look the other way.
Dude, I would say that like we had full coolers obviously when we were at the Winthrop Open.
Yeah.
Cock girl came around like Ryan Hearn was like, what does everybody want? We're buying something
You
on this
have
girl.
to.
You got
Yeah,
to.
it's the right thing
a
to
passage,
do. Yeah.
Tip her well, keep her
Yeah.
coming back. But you don't come often. It's not her fault. They only.
See, you guys are more seasoned than me. I've only done a couple tournaments. I'm terrible. In the worst thing for me is embarrassing myself.
As far as what?
Why?
Nobody gives a fuck.
Shooting. Like, you guys see me tee off the first fucking.
No, I went first the first time, and I hit a fucking rocket, by the way.
Yeah, he did.
Remember,
Oh, so you didn't see me?
No, we were ahead of you because I shot first
So
out of
there's
everybody.
been 2 years in a row where I've done a scramble and I've whiffed my first fucking drive.
Oh, that was at the Ferg one. I mean,
Yeah,
at the
yeah,
North
yeah.
Shore Beach. Yeah, I saw
Yeah.
that one.
Yes.
That was bad.
That's what I mean.
Yeah, but that's like everything, dude. It's
Yeah.
just like it's like your first time
By the way,
having
real
sex,
quick,
dude. You're not the
here's
best.
a free little ad. Ferg Fest, June 2nd.
Yep.
My band is playing. You guys will be there.
Correct.
We're gonna rip it up. It's a Sunday and it starts at 2 p.m.
Yep.
You have Justin Clancy because he's gonna be playing Boston Calling. It's
The
gonna
day
be
before or the
fucking
weekend before?
the next weekend. He's at Boston
I
Calling.
thought it was the weekend before.
Maybe it is.
I
Yeah,
think
is
it
that
is.
Memorial Day weekend?
Yeah, I
Well,
think
yeah,
it
it's
is.
this weekend. Yeah.
Kid's a stud.
So kid's a stud. He's unbelievable. Way more talented than me. Way less funny though, as far as I'm concerned. Got a way smaller dick too, from what people tell me. Anyways, kid's like 25 or something, right? Like whatever.
Wicked nice human.
So you should go to that. Gonna be a ton of food trucks. River, what's it called there? The pizza place. The one that the Ipswich one.
Sure.
Yeah, Riverview, whatever it is. They were up at
Denali food truck.
Denali Food Truck. Yeah.
Beefy Boys.
Beefy Boys. BBQ.
It's at True North
Yep.
Brewing in Ipswich.
June 2nd.
And we
tickets
have-
are $25. We have 10 tickets to give away.
We have
Yeah.
8.
Yeah.
Why?
because we have two that we have already
Okay.
established.
We have less.
Friends of ours, by the way.
We have
6.
4.
We have 4.
I just gave 2 to Kevin Ma. All right, we have 4 tickets left. Who wants them?
Oh, you know what?
Actually, Kevin Ma doesn't need a ticket.
How about this? How
What?
about we raffle them off at the fucking
Good
tournament?
idea. We'll just
Yeah.
give them to people.
Oh, you know,
Longest drive and shit. Yeah, we'll do that. But anyways, you come to Ferg Fest. It's gonna be fucking awesome time. It's gonna be great food, great people, and we're gonna have a blast. And like, dude, that next day is I'm gonna be in a lot of pain. That next day, I
that's
feel like.
fine.
Mondays
But that's
Mondays
fine.
are always tough.
Mondays, yeah, a struggle for us. You know,
Be a Man guy's gonna be there.
BMA guy's gonna be. I can't wait to
Yep.
just talking about Kirk Minnick.
Mark Lewis is cool is gonna be there.
Yep,
If you
it's
want to
true.
check him out,
Yep,
give him a little how do you do, shake his hand.
Yeah.
give him some respect.
Yeah. Follow him on Instagram.
You know what sucks for me in all scrambles is that
Talk about relationships.
whenever they have a longest drive, I just know like
Oh,
it's not
dude,
even
there's
like
no
a
shot.
fucking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have no
No
shot.
shot.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, it just sucks. Like, and usually it's a guy who wins it who's like not even a golfer. He's just a fucking monster and just fucking smokes.
Have you ever played in a scramble where they bring out like one of those long drive guys?
Yeah.
You pay like $10. And
Yeah.
that you use his drive.
You use his
and
drive?
he just-
I hate
it's
all those
insane
gimmicks,
watching
by the way.
DeChambeau?
Oh, dude,
We've
yeah.
talked about this now. Danny brought this up earlier. He's like, I want a guy with the cannon thing.
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't use a cannon in my tournaments
The
that I
cannon
run.
cost me. I paid $20 for a Pro V1 at the fucking at the Winthrop Open because that guy shot the can. We shot the cannon. He's like, oh yeah, it's
yeah.
on the green. No, it wasn't. It was fucking 30 yards into the
Dude,
woods.
that guy stunk.
cannon was
So the thing is,
awful.
the guy, they actually, remember I said I've never seen a cannon at Mount Hood?
Yeah.
Guy had it. He had it on.
It was the wrong hole.
It was on 17.
Yeah.
Which is a short par 4,
Yeah.
right? You could actually, somebody who really was pounded could drive the green there anyways.
Yeah.
So this guy's like, oh, hold it this way, hold it that way. We got up there. Only one of our greens was even, one of our balls was even there. They were all like 20 yards in the woods. The guy stunk it like doing the cannon.
Yeah.
Like he was the worst.
It was bad.
Did John ever tell you what we did when we got the cannon?
No.
So John Moraes, part of my foursome, my Baba's den. Medford
Jon
guy,
Knochel Baba too.
correct. Medford guy, terrible human. But he was our only Medford guy in the foursome.
Yeah.
And we talked to the bazooka guy or what a cannon guy.
Bazooka Joe.
And we said, hey, take the CO out of it so it just fucking dumps.
Done.
So like we go up there, I fucking boom bang. Oh, do this, sick. So we told him, I was like, yeah, it's the kid. John's feet, by the way, when you see him, he has like a 15.
It's
Does he?
insane.
Yeah,
he's
it's
got
Moraes?
huge feet.
Huge,
Yeah.
huge feet. His Adidas that he wears when he's cutting your hair, they could be a billboard.
I've never noticed that.
Fucking huge.
Neither right.
But you will.
I'm
Now-
gonna look. Yeah, I'm gonna look now.
So he gets up there and the guy's like, up, down, left, right. He's like, here we go, boys. Just goes thunk. And it just fucking blows up. It was fucking hilarious. He's like, dude, something's wrong with your gun. He was so mad. He was so mad. He's like, oh, your boy set you up. He's like, oh, that was you fucking idiots, you know? So that was cool. I like the fucking gimmicks. That was gonna be like after we let the boys say what the worst is about a scramble, that was going to be my next thing. If you guys are in for the gimmicks.
Well, you know what the thing is with the gimmicks to me? They do slow down the tournament too. And we got a full rack. We got a full fucking course, by the way, is pretty sweet.
Yeah.
I mean, sweet for us because we're going to raise a lot of money.
Yeah.
Bad for people who are there because it's going to take a long time. It's be 7 hours at the hood. But that's fine. We're going to enjoy it all. You know what the key is too? I was thinking about this the other day. Where are we at on like best golf course foods, on course foods to eat?
Oh, it's the hot dog.
Yeah, give me a hot
See, here's the thing. I don't even like having a hot dog out there.
Really?
Yeah, I'm just like,
do you want,
first of all,
fish
Mount
fillet?
Mount Hood's hot dogs kind of blow, if I'm being honest. Sorry,
Oh,
no free
way.
ads. It's okay. Whatever, it's fine.
Isn't that part of like stuff this Friday?
Mount Hood's hot dogs are the best. This is brought to you by Mount Hood hot dogs. No, they're fine. I mean, I just don't like eating a hot dog on the course for some reason. I'm just like, I like hot dogs, but I'm like, I don't know. I'm like, mustard gets on my fucking hand. I'm like, I don't want fucking shit on my hands that I have to grab the grip. It's like my father, you know, my
Being
father's
adult,
probably going to
Brendan.
die of skin cancer because he's like, he never puts on suntan lotion because he's like, gets on your fucking hands and you can't grip the fucking club. He's like probably going to die of like melanoma, like, because he's just refused to put fucking any type of fucking lotion on his body. No, I'm like I like when I'm out there, I like a fucking like give me like a thing of peanuts or like trail mix or
Yeah,
something
trail
like
mix
that.
is good.
Like
but
something simple.
That should be in your bag already, though, no?
You know what I like for the course? Combos.
Yep.
Whole thing of combos.
Pepperoni pizza?
It's the only one.
Oh, I love pepperoni
Yeah,
pizza. I'm
it's
a
the only
blue
one.
cheese.
Maybe it's the only one.
I'm a buffalo wing, blue
you.
buffalo too.
Oh,
Speaking like a true
No,
professional
no.
here.
The pretzel, the combo pepperoni pizza is the best. It's not even close.
I agree with you.
Yeah.
Best. It's not the only one.
No, it's not the only
I
one.
thought
The
you
blue
were-
buffalo is unbelievable.
Yeah.
I don't think I've
and
ever
I
had
don't-
the buffalo
And
one.
I don't even
By the way,
like
I got a
fucking
golf
blue
bag
cheese.
ruined because of those things. So I had like I bought the big bag at like the common market one day. You know, you crush half of it, you leave it in the bottom of your thing. And I had left the garage door open, put my clubs in the garage, came out in the morning, like a squirrel went
Just
right through the
destroyed it.
pocket and just fucking ate the bag. And I'm like, motherfucker.
It's a good day for a
So I
squirrel.
just like, kept looking like a poor person, like my half-eaten Callaway bag.
Wasn't worse than jumps.
But, go ahead.
Jumps back
Tell
is
it.
fucking
Tell it.
wild.
I think we've told
We
it, but
have.
it's
Oh,
better.
it's fine.
It's so good.
So Jump, who, you know, you listen to him he definitely has a voicemail today, I imagine.
oh, yeah, he does. Yeah.
He came in to the beef tournament less than a year ago. And I don't even know if he's ever looked at what a golf is supposed to look like, but he looked like he was ready for a Juggalo concert.
Yeah. He literally looked like it was an Insane Clown Posse concert.
And then he just had this, do you know like the first set of clubs Happy Gilmore had?
Yeah.
It was that went through the movie Twister.
That's fucking awesome.
And there was holes everywhere.
It looked like
Bean Shooters was there, remember? And
Yeah.
he's like, buddy, what the fuck happened to your
dude,
bag?
it looked like the whole big pocket was ripped off, but like it was kind of half on, and then as he ripped it off to show everybody, like a pound of leaves fell out of it. It looked like
crunched up fucking.
Danny said it best. I don't even know if you remember this. You go, that bag looks like a Sasquatch got a hold of it in the woods and just like ripped it apart. Like so. Then, by the way, best was I
By
don't
the way,
think he
don't
really
remember that.
He played a little bit, and then
Well, I remember-
we were driving through the woods, right?
Ran
Like
right
there's
into
like a
him.
long cut through at one point up on that's Meadowview or whatever it is at Peabody.
PBD Meadows.
Peabody Meadows. We're driving this long thing and Jump comes up and like we're obviously kind of buzzed up and like whatever. Jump was so high, like he's like like he was I couldn't stop laughing and like he was like like it was like I'm like Jesus, dude, like fucking pull yourself together.
And I said something to him then, too.
Yeah, you were like, God, you're higher than a fucking lab rat
Yeah,
or
I
something
said
like
to
that.
those, yeah. Oh, yeah. Whatever.
By the way, have you seen the? I don't know if you see the T-shirts.
I just seen him when we walked in.
They're awesome.
Yeah,
Fire.
they're unbelievable. Ben Frankel Print Company. I went up and saw our boy Joe the other day. He's gonna try to make it to the after party. Told him to come. If he's not getting another back tattoo, this kid's getting fucking work done. Like he's got ink
Oh,
coming
really?
out.
I'm
You ever see
itching.
his-
I'm itching.
Oh, dude, he's got like a
been years
fucking
for
whole
me.
I know,
sailor's
me too.
fucking like scene going on in his back right now.
Sailor.
Yeah. 978-624-7341.
Squatty potty.
Way more than print. Let me just tell you right now. These guys make the best shit.
one of those.
We got the fucking listen, we also have the fucking pulling the cork koozies.
Yep.
Sick.
Staring at
Right? We got the shirts. We got everything. We got the hoodies. I'm gonna bring whatever we have left for hoodies up there. If people want to buy
yeah.
them while we're there, like that's great. We have extra t-shirts. First dibs is Patreon. Obviously, if you're going to the tournament, you're getting one. So if you're already in, you're getting one. But like I think we have like a 50 more. So we'll sell those after the Patreon guys and girls get what they need. We'll get those to you. By the way, my fucking dog, Michaela, Porch Fest, Malden.
Yeah.
Great post. Tag Misguided in there too. They shared it to their thing. She's going to be the first woman on PTC.
Yeah, she's awesome.
She has no choice.
She's the best. She's the best.
The best.
Yeah.
We got to make it happen. And like
100%.
she'll rap and like
Yeah.
it'll be just as good as Joey Boats, if not better. I'm not kidding. I'm
talking
not.
some
That's
shit.
that's high.
I'm not kidding. That's how much confidence I have my girl Kay to kiss.
Okay. All right.
Kiss.
Joey Boats, by the way, was unbelievable last week.
We'll be the judge.
All right.
Yeah, Joey Boats was fucking
Joey
awesome.
Boats and we did the Patreon, which he said he wasn't going to stay for.
Yep.
And then you guys left, and I hung out with Joey Boats for like an hour and a half.
Yeah.
Like, he was like, give me some wisdom. Like, we were
so-
talking deep, dude. Me and him were talking deep.
Background information on what happened that night.
Yeah.
We finished Patreon. We're sitting here, and Joey's like, "Oh, don't pay for an Uber. I'll drive you home." And I was like, "All right, cool. I'll save $20. Let's go." And him and Brendan started talking, and I was like,
This is never ending.
ping pong. It was like the U.S. Open for fucking tennis. I'm looking back and forth, and I'm like, this is not going to end. And I was
No.
like, book my fucking ride.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got to get the fuck out of here.
And by the way, I was never kicking him out. Finally, like 12:45, Joe's like, fuck, it's almost fucking 1 in the morning. I'm like, all right, well, I don't have to walk inside. You got to drive back home. He's one of the best people in the world, one of the most talented people I've ever fucking met.
He's
I love
fucking
that kid.
awesome.
Hell
He's
of
the
a
fucking
guy.
best. The best.
No clue about food.
Knows nothing, by the way. That BK breakfast is the worst.
Dude,
That
I
video
lived
made
it
me
this
laugh out
morning.
loud
Yeah.
this morning.
Oh, his
It was-
video?
it was
It's
great,
hilarious.
yeah. For science.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's the
best.
science.
I mean, it was for hangover cure and
Hey, I'm going
McDonald's
to
was closed.
put a straight out letter out to Panuzzo, who's going to be on the show the next week?
No,
Think so.
2 weeks. Next week.
might
2
be-
weeks. 2 weeks. 30th.
Yeah. Brian, I love you. You know
Brian.
that. Your life is about being ripped, teaching how to be better people and be ripped.
Ours is about fast food and beers.
Ours is about trying not to die.
That dude, Brian, is like the most, like, I'm not into those motivational speakers at
Yeah.
all, but that motherfucker gets me fired up
Panuzzo?
every
Yeah,
time
he's
I
great.
see him, dude.
He's great.
He is fucking great.
Yeah, he's going to be here. He's great.
Yeah.
He's like, it's worse than I thought. He's like, Danny's eating Taco Bell and Fitzy's eating Burger King. I'm like, it ain't stopping.
Yeah.
I'm like, we're just trying to, like, listen, we're trying to not die. That's what I'm trying to do.
Here's what I did do, Brian. I joined a gym a month ago.
Yeah,
I've
by
been-
the way.
I've been pretty
Danny's
fucking
been going.
consistent.
Danny can't even put weight on.
yeah, but also, Danny's the most in shape already.
100%.
And Danny's going to the gym.
Let me
Yeah.
take the shirt off. I have a body built by the Grinch, dude. I'm hairy and I got a dad fucking front end loader in the front.
Yeah. Anyway, so we got that coming up. He'll be on. Let's talk about golf course drinks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bloodies. It's the best.
So you start with a
You
bloody.
gotta start with the bloody.
Okay.
Like,
I like
you gotta
this.
start with the bloody.
Now I say this too. By the
And
way,
it's gotta be.
I am
good-
so
yeah.
mad. I was
You
so
got-
mad
yeah.
at this. So there's a one group. There's a bunch of Facebook groups that me and Fitzy are part of, right? Craft Beer Mafia, all these other ones, beefs and all that. But then there's this like one breakfast sandwich battle royale or something. Fitzy will post on there like his ones. I was so fucking pissed because nobody's more into the Masters in the world than Jon Knochel. There's just not another
Love it.
person,
Love it.
right? He makes breakfast sandwiches for people and hand delivers them the morning of the Masters.
Come on.
Swear to God. So he's like, "Are you in?" And I'm like, "Yes." So he mixes the bacon and the sausage together, forms patties. Like, this is the best breakfast sandwich I've had ever in my life. It's not even close.
And it wasn't even that good this year. So, like, thank you.
Dude,
for
it's
that.
not
Yeah.
close. So I get the thing, right? Maggie's like, "What is this?" And I'm like, "Oh, John, because I don't think you've met Maggie, but I'm like, John, the guy I was talking about around the corner, the golf guy?" She's like, "Yeah." She's like, I'm like, "Yeah, he makes these sandwiches." I housed this thing in like 13 seconds. And I was like, this is fucking unbelievable. And immediately afterwards, I regretted it and wanted to fucking post it on the page.
Yeah, yeah.
So I texted him like, "Hey, you got any pictures of that sandwich?" He's like, "No, I housed it like everybody housed
Oh,
this."
yeah.
Dude, this sandwich was fucking unbelievable.
What's the vessel?
Hold on. What? On Thursday morning.
Thursday or Friday, depending. I always take Friday off for the
Okay.
Masters. I fucking love the
No,
tournaments.
you're not the
Yeah.
only person I know that does that, but I'm with you, Fitz. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
What's the vessel? What's it on?
A brioche bun.
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
baby.
And then so
You
it's
butter it up,
Yeah.
butter up the brioche, get it, put it in the oven. What I do with the way I toast it is
You don't have to tell your whole secret.
All right.
No,
Well,
no.
it's not a
Let it go.
secret.
No,
It's
no,
not a
you
secret.
can-
Yeah.
Dude, this thing is unbelievable.
I don't preheat it, so I put it in the oven.
This is like teaching people how to get electricity. Like it's important for like mankind.
Because I always think like I hate hard dry toast, like it, and then that on a breakfast sandwich food always pisses me off. So what I found is if I butter it up and I put it in the oven, but I don't preheat the oven, I literally put it in there cold and then set it for 350, and then I take it out when it hits 350. It's like perfectly toasted.
By the way,
So
Joey Boats would be
genius
like,
fucking-
"Oh, you fucking."
He's like, well, that's
cooking.
direction. That's
Crispy
direction.
edge. Oh, great, you burnt it.
So like it keeps it from getting burnt. The butter is usually melted by that point, and then you slap the bun on top. That's the top bun, and then you put the lower bun in that when it's heated. You put the sausage patty on top of it. You put the cheese on top of it. You put it in for 5 minutes, then you squeeze them together.
But the sausage patty is a mixture of sausage
Yeah, yeah.
and bacon.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you chop up the bacon
Yeah.
and mix it with the
Yep.
sausage.
Yep.
What type of egg?
Just what do you mean?
Is it a fried egg? Is it scrambled?
Quail.
Is it
Scrambled.
Scrambled.
So it's a scrambled.
egg. I used to try and I used to have like those rings that you would
Yeah,
dump
yeah,
a ring.
yeah, yep.
It became too big of a pain in the ass, and I have a griddle, but a griddle's not big enough for it.
Yeah.
For all the eggs, so I'll scramble them up, salt, pepper.
This guy's out there making multiple men
Yeah,
sandwiches.
it's
I mean,
wild,
dude,
man.
God, it's like army
might sound a little
I
weird
like-
when you put it that way, but yeah.
I'm kind of mad that I'm not in this, to be honest. Like,
I'll
that's
drop
fucking
off a
dope.
bunch.
You
I'll
hate
drop off a
breakfast.
bunch next year.
I would eat that, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course.
I would eat that. Dude,
Next-
put
Jump
the-
on the team.
No.
Get on in
No,
here.
no. I eat breakfast.
Fist me.
But I eat breakfast, but I just think it's wildly overrated.
all right, next year on Friday morning,
I
we'll
wanna-
all
I
meet
wanna-
here. We'll
yeah,
all meet
yeah,
here
yeah.
for a little Bloody Mary,
Yeah.
and John will bring over the sandwiches.
Yeah, I'll bring over a bunch of them.
Yeah.
So so a Bloody Mary in your sandwich.
And it's and that sounds stupid again, kind of bring it back to the Masters, but the Masters started making breakfast sandwiches a few years back, and they put the recipe out, and I was like, oh, I'll just fucking make these on Friday.
First
morning.
off, that's
Yeah.
not stupid at all. Like that's
Yeah,
something
so I
that
just
I would
cop-
do.
yeah.
I just didn't
Yeah,
fucking.
but they don't do, not to pat myself on the back, but they don't mix the bacon with the sausage.
Yeah,
The
dude.
only reason I mixed the bacon with the sausage is because the first year I did it, I burnt the fuck out of the bacon. And I was like, this is going to taste like shit. And it ended up being okay anyway. So then I started mixing it, and I'm like, all right, this makes sense.
Oh, dude, it's the best breakfast sandwich I've
Yeah.
ever had in my life. Let me tell you what my favorite drink is on course, though.
God.
Because I will say this. Here's the thing you run into, and it is weather dependent, right? Because most of the scrambles we play in general are during this time of the year where it's like not super hot yet.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? I feel like I love bringing a little cool, little like homemade like punch or like a Bloody Mary type of thing going because you need the ice. Because the problem is, dude, you crack those beers open. If it's anything over like 82, it's like, unless you're gassing them, which I am, so it's not really a problem for me. But in a regular person's thing, it's like by the time you're halfway through, you're like, this thing tastes like piss. You know what I mean? Like, so I love like a transfusion out there if I could really get my druthers. You know what I mean?
You just took mine. That's
Transfusion is fucking great. I love a fucking transfusion.
Can I quickly say, anybody that drinks an IPA on a golf
fine. Oh,
course
you'll have a lot of these idiots
is a
on
fucking
Friday.
sociopath.
Yeah,
Absolute
morons.
All right,
psycho.
let me interject, right? For my first one.
Maybe a Sam Summer, you can get like a...
No.
Yeah.
But think about it, right? So, all right, so we're gonna show up there. Check-ins at 7:30. 8 o'clock's tee off. I'm probably gonna have a light beer
From Miller.
very early, like 7:30, 8
Yeah.
o'clock, right? But early on, hole one, I'm probably gonna drink an IPA.
Yeah.
But it's gonna be fucking ice cold.
But you can't be out there at like 87
No,
degrees,
no.
fucking house in a
No,
triple
no.
fucking...
No one.
Triple
I mean,
dipper
Yeah.
if someone's doing that, they're kind of a hardo idiot, craft beer mafia guy.
Oh, God, the worst.
Today's Mo Morrow.
Yeah.
Shout out Mo. Big fan of the program.
Early on, though, a nice cold IPA to get the day started.
Listen. By the way, I
'cause
just want to
it's-
say that I
'cause
said that
it's
because Mo
9%.
Morrow refuses to drink anything light beer at all. Like, which I'm like, I like to dabble in all liquors, all of them.
And he hates Guinness.
What?
Yeah, well,
hates
it's
it.
not craft, I guess.
Yeah, he hates it.
Yeah, but is that just like his shtick?
No, it's because Guinness is owned by like a
whatever.
big company
Yeah.
or whatever. Yeah.
Okay, but I mean,
By
it's,
the way,
it's
real
not craft
quick,
beer. I
my
agree.
buddy Kaz is playing with me and Demars on, and he's a great golfer. So he's friends with.
That was me.
Was it your stomach or was it a burp?
Stomach.
Holy shit, dude! I thought that was a fucking.
You ever heard
apocalypse.
like when I first
I really hope the microphone picked that
Dude,
up.
I
before-
did- if it didn't, you'll see my head fucking snap over.
Dude, before I met Fitzy, really, I think on Craft Beer Mafia page, he would just like pound a beer, and I used to put a gif of like a guy in one of those old iron diving helmets going
20,000
like,
leagues under the sea.
Because it would be like, boom, 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 boom. You could hear it like, boom, boom. The guy used to call him Captain Nemo before I met him. Like, this kid fucking, Jesus Christ. Anyways, my buddy Kaz was playing with me. Last night, I was like watching TV with Tommy, and it was like 11:30, and I'm like, all right, I'm going to bed. 12:15, I'm just drifting off. Now, you know what I do for like when I if I've had a few beers, I'll sleep in the basement because I don't want to store and get Maggie, like keep her up all night. So like usually on the weekend I sleep in the basement. So anyways, I was sleeping in the basement and I get these like hypnosis tracks I listen to. Like with a guy, like with these music in the background, like dude, it like drugs me out. Like I'm like it's awesome, right?
Sprinkles.
So, anyways, yeah, like I'm like sprinkles, but it's like mentally, like I'm probably one of those people who could be like in a cult, like so easy, like, anyways. So I'm going through that, and I'm like, oh, I'm fucking just falling asleep. You know what I mean? You're just drifting off, like, and all of a sudden my phone's like, meh, meh, and I'm like, fuck, what the fuck is that? And it's like a weird number I didn't recognize. It's like, I'm like, finally I fell back asleep. And this morning it was my buddy Kaz, who was like over a girl that lives over there. He's like, come over here now. Where are you? And I'm like, dude, thank God you, because if he called me from his number, I might have thought something was wrong. I had to pick it up. Like maybe I gotta help him out or something.
Yeah.
Thank God it was a random number that I recognized.
I got a
I'm
body.
like,
We have to hide.
yeah, exactly. Like, or I'm in a car accident or something. Because, like, dude, at like 12, Maggie's like, I told Maggie this morning, she's like, oh, thank God you didn't answer. You would have been over there hanging out. I'm like, I was fucking no chance. I was dead to the world. I was like sprinkles. Yeah, I was like, let's close this thing down, you know?
So,
Go ahead.
so John took my favorite, which is a good old fashioned Bloody Mary.
Yeah.
You took transfusion.
Which is
It's
basic bitch type shit. If
You
I'm
know
being
what though?
honest.
It's new to the game, and I love them.
It is kind of like a new phenomenon.
As long as
this
you're not
year.
drinking the bar stool one, you're good.
I like those too.
Well, that's what they sell in the cart.
That's what I'm
know.
saying. So I'm gonna have to go with Old Faithful, and I imagine this 144. So there's two foursomes to a hole, right?
Yep.
I imagine I'm gonna have Glenn with one end on mine, so he'll appreciate this. Give me a good screwdriver.
Love it. Love it. My only problem with that is, I know this is your problem too, you're going to need a whole rack of Prilosec before you get that thing down your throat.
Buddy, so I buy the 3-pack.
Yeah.
One for my
So
house.
Maggie does.
One for my house, one for my car, one for my golf bag. It just has to happen. But it's the same thing with, I mean, I would have had one anyway that day anyway, because.
Yeah.
Just because.
I like, I also do like just a straight, give me a straight Cape Cod.
Yeah.
I won't throw that out of bed. You know what I mean? What do you like, Fitz?
Beers.
All the beers. All the
Give me
beers.
all the beers.
And he'll do very well on an 18 holes. Yeah.
I'll do
What can you
fine.
put down in 18 holes?
Oh. John.
Can you do a beer hole?
Oh, yeah.
A beer hole.
Yeah,
That's
easy.
bush league.
John.
I've been known to say a 12-pack doesn't go as far as it used to.
Fitz, you can put him down.
It's impressive to say
as
that.
my
Well, I mean,
buddy-
yeah, he's building a good little
This
fucking
is
this is-
cemetery in front of
honest
us.
to God,
You've
he's being very humble right
This
now.
is- this
You're
is-
in his way,
I'm
actually.
taking it. I'm
You've
taking
seen
it
nothing.
easy right here.
You've seen nothing.
Yeah.
As my buddy used to say, who was almost as big as Fitzy, when his wife would get on him about how many beers he drank, he'd be like, it's like throwing a cup of water in the ocean.
Yeah.
Look at the size of me, you know? Yeah, you can put him down, Fitz. You like beers, though. Specifically, like, that's your favorite.
I like beer.
Yeah.
I'm a beer guy.
Yeah.
Don't put hard liquor in me.
That's
fucking,
true.
It
That's
gets
true.
dangerous.
That's true. That's true.
Was that what happened on Halloween?
No.
He was just looking through us.
Halloween, I was fucking not there. But I mean, I didn't. It was mostly beer, so it wasn't like I was like looking to punch someone in the face.
No, I didn't
it's
say
good.
that, but that makes sense. There it is for Fitz.
Yeah,
Not a bad answer there.
the dark liquor
Yeah.
makes me angry sometimes.
Yeah.
Lou Ferrigno.
So
You know,
so
when
like
I'm angry.
Hulk smash.
yeah, so like fucking whiskey,
Rum.
rye, rum.
Yeah, like if Fitzy
Bourbon.
had been with me and you the night that I blacked out with James Misguided, me and Fitzy would be in jail still.
Yeah.
Would be
I'd
in-
be there with you. I'm not going to jail with you.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I mean Bloody Mary is a great start. I do always abide by the rule though. I will say this. I know enough about myself to know like I'm good for the one or two maybe hot drinks at the beginning, and then I'm on light beer
can't-
vanilla the
yeah,
rest of the
yeah,
day. Like, cause I just can't do it, especially like at a thing like this, right? We actually have to
be-
talk afterwards
yeah.
and stuff. But I am pumped that we're having the after party at the course.
Oh,
The initial-
it
because
makes it so much easier.
When did you play the Maroon and Gold? Ever? You played it. Maybe you
which
played it
one?
once. Maroon and Gold, Billy Nolan.
Oh yeah, Billy stuff. Yeah. Well, that's one dude. That was that motherfucker that used to run Mount Hood. Remember, he went through everybody's bag as we were fucking.
That's what I'm
Yeah.
dude,
Yeah.
that's
Literally
fucking
open 'em up.
It
ridiculous.
was the
Yeah,
old guy.
what
The guy was the
fuck are
worst
you
guy in the
doing?
world.
Yeah, so I mean, I don't give
The
a shit.
best
I'm not a
was
member of this place.
everybody's doing that, right? My sister, my oldest sister, they hadn't been up to Mount Hood in like a year or two since this new regime came in. Now that guy's gone.
Yeah.
The guy was the worst person
He's a
ever.
dick. My favorite was 2 Winthrop Opens ago. He was out in the parking lot yelling at guys drinking. He was like, "I'm calling the cops," and I think like Timmy Maher and those guys were out
Listen,
there. He's like,
I am
"Oh,
the
we are the
cops."
cops, you motherfucking idiot!" Yeah.
Dude, he like, so this guy's bitching at all the guys, like, what do you got in that bag? What do you got in that bag? And everybody's like, I'm like, you tell him it's your diabetes medication. Get your hands out of there.
Right.
And then my sister shows
It's a
up
fucking
with
HIPAA law,
it was-
bud. Move.
My sister shows up with 3 of her girlfriends, right? Her 3 girlfriends, all like great looking. They're going to be at the thing this week. Her friend Sarah gets out. She must weigh 90 pounds soaking wet. Throws a fucking cooler the size of this bar down. She's like, 330 packs. And like the guy's just like knew he couldn't do anything because they were like women. Like he probably hates women deep down. He's probably like a rapist, actually. I don't know where he ended up. He's probably Walpole. He was like, "Wah!" Like he like combusted. Like he couldn't handle it anymore.
That guy sucked.
Yeah. It was like, dude, people know if you're at Mount Hood, you're gonna be drinking.
Yeah.
And if you're gonna try to police that shit, it's like
It's gonna get worse.
No.
dude, it's
It takes you
seriously
6 hours
is-
to play a fucking round of golf.
Yeah,
Of
it's
course you're gonna
irrelevant.
drink.
Like,
Yeah.
what else are you gonna do up there? You know what I mean? They do have a cock girl now, which is great though.
Yep.
So that's a good pot. By the way, this is also brought to you by Tedco.
Let's go.
Listen, get in bed with Ted, as I like to say, Teddy, my guy. All right, he's gonna be there. So you need to talk to somebody about a thing or two, about a project you got coming up, right? Tedco. www.tedcocm.com. 617-996-6827. You want to do your basement. You want to do your porch. You want to do your, whatever. You want to put an addition on. This is our guy for you, okay? You talk to Teddy, all right? Next week, by the way, we'll have a new sponsor. We'll figure that out.
Yes, sir.
Oh, also, by the way, we might as well do it live on the show. Fitzy, unfortunately, I think you're going to be away when our beer releases.
Oh yeah, that's all right.
Because there's just no other timetable it's going to work. Our beer, I think, is going to release on, what was the date I sent you? It's like June 28th or something like that, I think.
Yeah, I'll be just getting back, or
Yeah.
I'll be getting back that weekend.
We'll see. June 28th, which I think is a Friday night, Danny.
Yep.
Pulling the Cork Beer is going to release Twisted Fate.
Yeah, buddy.
Can't
I'm
wait.
going to play tunes
Okay.
that night. It's going to be fucking awesome.
Can't wait.
All right. Jay McGrath is he's gonna shave his nose hairs in front of everybody at that event. By the way, I can say that to him because he sent me some fucking text about when I had my hat off at the craft beer shitting on my hair.
Talking
I'm like,
shit?
yeah. I'm like,
That's ballsy.
fucking, yeah, don't bring the heat, buddy. I'll bring it back to you.
Just don't
I
shake
love-
his hand. He'll
Listen,
crush you.
I'm a fucking Jay McGrath guy. Everybody knows that. Love him. Anyway, so at June 28th, we're gonna release the beer. Finally, Something Cool is the name of the beer. An ode to Kev Marr, who's given us more lines than anybody. Pulling the corks. Yeah. Beer stinks. Pull the cork. By the way, the other thing is, like I said, if you are going to the tournament this weekend on Friday and this coming Friday, and you want to meet Kev Marr, he will actually be there. Stuffaluffagus will actually be in the house for once. You can actually meet him.
So grumpy.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. But the nicest grump you ever met in your life.
Yeah, he's the
Yeah.
best.
Yeah. We got, by the way, a bunch of female teams playing.
Yep.
My sister's team.
That's awesome.
I'm counting this as a female
So
team
what'd you say?
because
7 hours, 14 hours now.
that was as bad as my Asian joke earlier. Steph and Alicia, 2 great corkers, by the way.
Oh, Alicia.
Yeah,
Oh,
Alicia.
sure, yeah,
Yep.
yeah.
She's playing with my buddy Adam Dennison and Matt Stratford. They count as a women's team because those guys stink in
Strat's
golf.
playing?
Yeah, Strat's
Oh,
playing.
shit. Okay.
And then we got one more female team. Kelly Shea.
Yep.
Sean's
wife.
So we got 3 female teams as far as I'm concerned. Those guys won't qualify for the longest female drive, though, unfortunately for them.
Joanna, man.
Yeah. We got female corkers out there in the fucking streets. You know what I mean? So
2 of them are helping out this weekend on Friday.
100%. Yeah, we got. Is it Julie going to be there?
Yep.
Nice.
As long as everything goes well.
Yeah, Kev's got his
Yep.
surgery, right?
Yep.
So, yeah. What else? Anything else? Are we good?
I think that was
Oh, wait. I got one more thing you got to talk about before we go to Patreon. Tell us John Daly story.
Oh,
This is a great story.
Yes.
yeah. I mean, I got. He's just the best. I got lucky enough. So I had an intern when I was at the Deutsche Bank he works for an agency that now runs a Champions event, which is like the senior tour. Now they don't want to call them seniors anymore, I guess. So they call it Champions.
Voicemails too.
Yeah, voicemails. Don't forget.
And so we helped. He's great. The kid's the fucking best. He's the nicest kid ever, and he runs his tournament. And we helped him. Me and my buddy Rich helped him get his first job, and he's moved his way up in the world. He calls me like beginning of February. He's like, "Hey, what are you doing at the end of March?" I was like, "What the fuck I'm doing?" And he goes, I got a pro-am spot open for you if you can make it out to Palm Springs. His tournament's in Palm Springs. And I was like, fuck, yes. I'm like, you can't say no to that. It's like a $5,000. Like, I'm like, what do you need me to pay? He goes, no, it's on me. He's like, just as a thank you. And I'm like, you're the fucking best, Rob.
So you just pay for flights.
Just pay for flights. And I ended up staying with my wife's aunt and uncle out there, and Palm Springs is the greatest. And so it's one of the higher paying senior events. So all the big guys go out there. So Daly's out there, Steve Stricker, VJ, Ernie Els, all of them are out there. And so as a thank you to my wife's aunt and uncle for letting me stay at their house, I brought them to the pairings party the night before. And so we find this couch in front of the band, and we're hanging out, and I'm like, hey, I'm going to go grab some food. And I go up, and I'm getting food, and I turn around, and I look, and I had to do a double take, and her Uncle Bob is sitting there, and fucking John Daly just sat down right next to him, like full beard, woman,
cigarette,
2 cigarettes at once, woman sitting next to him with just a huge rack, like fucking brunette. She's got a rock on her finger that she's clearly the new fiance, I think like number 7 or whatever it might be. And I'm like, holy shit. And like Bob turns to me, he's like, it's Daly. And so I get my food and I run back over and I sit down. I'm like, hey, I'm sorry, John. You know, I was just sitting there with them. He's like, oh yeah, no problem. Sit down next to him. Motherfucker's got 2 packs of Marlboro Reds in front of him. He's got a Jimmy John's cup full of like Diet Coke because that's all he drinks now. And he's just sitting there whiffing away. And dude, like for an hour, we just sat there and shot the shit with him. And he was cool as fuck. Took pictures with him. Didn't give a rat's ass. Asked him anything we wanted to. Asked him about Trump. He's, you know, and he's obviously all for him and shit. Oh, he's gonna be the president again. It'll be great. And I'm like, is he a good golfer? Yeah, he's a great golfer. And no, he's not. I was like, I've seen that motherfucker play. But my favorite part was because I'd never played a pro-am before. And I'm like, John, I'm like, any advice? He goes, my first pro-am. And he goes, yeah. He goes, I go, what would you tell me? He goes, nobody gives a fuck about your swing. He goes, so go out there, have a good time. They're out there to see me. That's who they're out there to see. And he's like, I was like, all right, that's the greatest. And
That's the greatest line.
Greatest line. He's like, don't like. So if anybody out there ever plays in a pro-am and is worried, because it is like nerve wracking. Like you go up there and you actually have people watching you play golf. Just remember, John Daly said nobody gives a fuck about your swing. But my favorite thing is so we finished our round the next day, and we teed off. As we were finishing on 18, he was going off on 1, and he had this huge gallery, and he's got a fucking ton of people with him, like just a ton of people. Outside of like the fans, he's just got like a group of agents and all these people. And so we see him tee off, and we go in and get something to eat, and we're like, oh, we could catch Daly on 10 when he's teeing off on the back half. And we go out there, and his group tees off in front of him, and it's like a bunch of degenerates. And I immediately knew like exactly like why he said nobody gives a fuck about like your swing, because these guys made me look like fucking Rory McIlroy. And they were just shanking it all over the place. And nobody has seen Daly at this point. He's like, where the fuck is John? I was like, oh, he probably went to the clubhouse to get something to eat. He literally rolls up to the 10th tee, shirt untucked, shorts down past his knee, beard everywhere. John, everybody's going nuts. He throws down a ball, doesn't even tee it up, just throws down a ball, takes his 3-wood out, fucking rips it like 280 right down the fucking fairway. Gets back in his cart and just hauls ass down the fucking.
He's a
fucking
fucking
legend.
best, dude.
The man, he was the greatest.
Dude, I never
Yeah.
forget too. Like, and the thing is, like, now I think that the guy I have friends that I'm on various text threads with who are of various political beliefs, right? And I try to not impart my beliefs because also I don't want them to like not be friends with me anymore. But anyways, they're like shitting all with Daly, and I'm like, oh, he's fucking Trump this and all that. I'm like, but like you met the guy. He's like you say, he's like the nicest guy you ever in your life.
Yeah,
Like,
he's super nice. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, he's
It's
great.
like, so those guys were like, meh, meh, meh. Like if they like walked and turned the corner and they talked to him, they'd be like, oh, he's the nicest guy in the world. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah,
it's like,
he's-
dude, I think if you met, I'm not even saying this, but like, I think if like a lot of people, you just turned the corner and you met Trump, for example, who's a very charismatic guy, despite what you might believe about his political beliefs or whatever, you'd probably be like, oh, he's a great guy. You know what I mean? Like he was very nice to me or whatever. Like people with that much charisma,
Yeah.
they can fucking like take over a room.
I mean,
You know what
exact opposite ends of the political spectrum. I've
100%.
known people who have met Bill Clinton, and like when you talk to fucking Clinton,
He's a piece
you're
of
the
shit.
you're the only person.
100%.
He makes you feel like you are the only person.
Oh,
in the
really?
world.
Dude.
He's the most charismatic
Dude,
motherfucker.
I
he's a-
heard
he's
a
a
guy
fucking-
who
Yeah.
taught my journalism class told this story where he was like down in Alabama when he was like starting to run, and he first had allegations about even before like shit like other, and so he was like there was a huge crowd of us. We're all calling out like people like asking questions, and I'm asking him the hardest question, like about this one bad situation he doesn't want to deal with. He whips around. He's like, "What's your name?" Grabs him by the shoulder, and he's like, "I'm gonna answer your question." He's like, he disarmed me in like 13 seconds.
Yeah.
Like he was like, it was like a cop like pulling out his gun, like fucking, like
Total
he's like,
salesman.
dude,
Yeah.
like he was like, he's the most charismatic person I've ever been around ever in my life. Like he just has that ability.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Like probably like a complete sociopath to be able to do that. By the
Oh,
way.
100%.
yeah.
Has to be, right? Like,
Murderer.
yeah.
You know who's not like that?
John Daly.
Like charismatic?
Who?
Joe Biden. He was just he was literally just not Trump. And that's why he won.
Oh, it's 100% white.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's true because like obviously Obama's a very charismatic guy.
Yeah. And that's why he fucking carried it for 8 years
Yeah.
with that dump of a fucking vice president he had.
Who's now the president.
Yeah, it's wild.
But doesn't know he's president.
Yeah, he's
No
no idea.
clue. He has
Yeah.
no clue what's going on.
Yeah.
It's a bunch of
Imagine
malarkey.
Yeah.
His ice cream.
We need like you know what we need for president? We need like
Adam Jump Down.
yeah, or like
RFK.
John Daly. You know what I mean?
I'm an RFK guy.
John Daly would be good. By the way, that was the funny thing is I was watching some like you know how YouTube takes you in an algorithm if you watch a lot of YouTube, which I watch a lot of YouTube. You watch a lot of golf YouTube,
Yeah.
I'm sure. So like there was this one was like there's like a players, almost like golfers like cribs type of thing, right? And they go on Daly's fucking bus that he has,
Oh,
right?
yeah.
And he's like, and it's like he's got this glass case in the end, and it's like got a replica of the claret jug and like the whatever he's won. And he's like talking about that. He's like, he's like, and this is when it was like really hot to touch, like the whole Trump thing. And he's like, he's like, that's a picture of me and Big Donnie. And he's like, he's the king. He's the king. And he's like just looking at the camera like fucking like I'm saying what I believe and you're gonna fucking deal with it. Like unbelievable.
Daly is getting back to the Masters and Daly's like I remember when we went down in 2019, dude. It's no joke. Like when he's at that Hooters, traffic is backed up for a fucking mile to get
Really?
into that place to see him. Yeah, he is the big. Like obviously the tournament is what it is, but like he's the biggest draw in that town that week.
Well, because
Yeah.
here's the other thing. As you just proved, he's just a super normal, regular guy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like who happens to
People,
be
believe it or not,
Dude.
like normalcy.
they like normalcy and they also like underdogs. And like the guy came out of nowhere. He's a hick. He's a
Yeah.
piece of shit who like happens to be one of the longest ball hitters, best ball strikers.
My buddy sent me a video of him this weekend. It showed him It showed him every year from 91 or 92, whenever it was he first won the PGA, up until this year. His swing is still the same.
Same.
As
His
it ever
son
been.
is too, right?
His son is too. But like, he might be fat and out of shape and all that shit. He's an athletic motherfucker because
Oh,
to
dude.
keep your club on plane with that kind of backswing, he like literally almost. I can't bend that far.
Dude,
it's
dude,
insane.
it's back behind his fucking
Yeah.
like waist.
Yeah.
Him and DJ have like the same thing. Like DJ, I swear to God, every time he goes in the back, like I'm like that club head's gonna touch the ground. Like,
Yeah.
he goes so far back. The same thing with Daly, and they keep it like coming through so fast. And
It's insane.
dude. It's fucking awesome. It's
All right,
awesome.
we got voicemails. You ready?
Let's do it.
I can guarantee you one thing. One is from Adam Jumptown. All right, we ready?
Nope.
You guys can hear?
Yep.
Fellas, what's happening? It's been a minute. I just talked to Fitz. He gave me some inside information here on Friday afternoon that the topic might be neighborhood characters.
Oh, this is
Well-
a repeat. Hold on. Maybe I didn't. Did I load these things up right? Let's see.
Yo, it's your man Adam Jumptown. Guys, you're talking golf, so here I
There
am.
we go.
The best golf chef there is on the PTC. We don't know, but we do know, guys. Best and most popular thing by far has to be the dogs on the turn. They're in, they're out. That's what I'm talking about. Number two has to be a bacon, egg, and cheese sandwich here at the Jumptown Test Kitchen. We got the boot mill, throwing in bacon, egg, and cheese, home fries on a brioche toasted roll. And I also just want to say one more thing. Mr. Joey Boats giving no credits to chefs where it's due. And we cannot accept that. That is not nice, Boats. You can read off papers and you think you can rap, but you don't want none of this nor that, said the cat in the hat back there in the electric chair, strapped in without no fear, like lightning strikes and claws of a bear. I eat eclairs in the afternoon in an eclair that's got the top back with 2 doors and a nice girl on the side. Do you hear? The Man Jumptown freestyle.
Fire.
This is gonna turn into Hulk Hogan
Bars.
versus Ultimate Warrior.
Oh, by the way, I forgot that I heard one of these already. Like, I read it. It's a recurring character that's now seems to be.
Orlando?
It is me, Orlando. How you do, babe? You tell me, yeah? We can just talk a little golf. Orlando love a golf. You know, you swing a club, the ball go far. It's good for Orlando, huh? You better drink. Orlando love Bloody Mary extra spicy for Orlando, of course. Best course food? Orlando tell you. It is a beaver jerky for Orlando. So good. Now, Orlando come to tell you, you have a question. You tell Orlando, would you rather have every drink be body temperature? Or every time you go somewhere, you have to push around the shopping cart? You tell Orlando, those are the good questions, baby. Yeah.
Fuck.
I sing, I dance, I shake for Orlando.
Dude, can I tell you this right now? I'm an Orlando guy. All right?
too.
I'm a fucking Orlando guy. I'll tell you right now, here's the other thing I like about Orlando. He's rivaling jumping consistency. This guy's 3 weeks in a row.
There he is.
Is Orlando playing on Friday?
We don't know.
You don't know who he is.
Oh no.
No, we have no
No
idea.
clue.
Much like
Might
originally,
be Jon Knochel.
It might be.
much like the original Doctor Strange, who actually
Yeah.
I was going to invite to play in my group, but I felt like I would out him. You know what I mean?
And when Sean B was doing the Trump AI thing.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
When he was doing that?
Yeah.
We have no clue who the fuck it is.
Yeah.
And I want to know who Orlando is.
I like it when we have a guy who, like, we got a kid playing the tournament this week. By the way, great guy, a Minifan with me, Tom McGowan, who I was talking about last week. He just found the podcast on his own somehow. It's like the Beefs page or something like that.
Fuck yeah.
It's my favorite type of corker. You know what I mean? That in Orlando. Like,
In Orlando.
violently gay
Orlando.
men who like, like.
Orlando would have fit in really good on Oz.
Yeah, Orlando's like done some time. You know what I mean? He's been a fucking a prize for somebody.
By the way, I'm in season 2 of The Wire. No more Orlando.
Oh no. Oh yeah. Orlando got got.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, PTC. So it's nice to talk in golf, huh? First of all, scrambles. They're fan-fucking-tastic. No better day on the course than a scramble with the fellas or the lady fellas, huh? As for food options, there's only one option, and that's pork missiles. Nothing better than a couple hot diggies to get right. And for drinks, you're going to want to keep it queer. Transfusions, Nonas, salsas, and maybe mix in a warm light beer to stay in check. And the PGA, they can suck our collective pork missile, huh? A bunch of whiny, grown-up country club kids complaining about everything. Lock Scotty up. Thank you for your time.
Nooners are good. Of course.
No idea.
Who's that?
No idea.
I feel like I know the voice. I can't.
I can't place it either.
Can't place
I agree with you. And a little bit of a affectation on the voice.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think we know the person. I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. By the way, also we're gonna have so many Irish guys off the boat at this tournament. We were talking about that.
Is Kenny McCarthy playing?
Oh, this is what I was gonna say. No, this is what I was gonna say. There's a one of the many women that are playing this tournament was that she loves Irish guys with accent. Can you put me behind these guys? And I'm like, you might want to just meet them afterwards. Like, I think if you get 18 holes of them, you might not like them as much as you think. But we got some
How
of
you
the
doing,
best.
honey? You fucking little fucking.
Fucking Brendan, how is fucking
C
Maggie
words
doing?
every other fucking word.
I don't know how fucking Maggie does it with you.
Hey, this is Alpha. So
best golf snack in the world. Those little peanut butter cookies that you get from the store.
What the fuck was it? I gotta listen to that again. I have to listen to that again.
Is that it?
That's it.
Hey, this is Alpha. The best golf snack in the world.
Best golf
Those
shot.
little peanut butter cookies that you get from the store.
That sounds like something that, but I can't place it. It sounds like something that from a movie I've heard. Like, I'm gonna think of it later.
That's fucking
That
outrageous.
What do you
was-
say? Best peanut butter cookies you get from the store?
The best golf snack are the peanut butter cookies you get.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
The best.
That was wild. 3 voices of people we don't know who the fuck they are.
I gotta find out who Orlando is.
You know
Orlando's
what?
my guy.
I don't think Orlando's ever gonna be revealed.
Yeah, you don't want that.
You know what Orlando's trying to do right now? He's trying to one up
Doctor Strange.
Doctor Strange.
Yeah.
He's trying to become the new Doctor Strange.
Yeah.
Now, as we know, Doctor Strange has been
In and out.
uncovered Doctor Strange. But
Yeah.
you know what I love about Doctor Strange? I just say this. I literally hung out with this motherfucker. Brought him back here with his girlfriend. We drank beers.
Fucked
right?
him.
Fucked him. Yeah, fucked him. His girlfriend watched. No, we hung out. He's an awesome guy. We were like, I texted him about something randomly. Like, he's just like here for the. He's here for the performance. That last fucking voicemail he left was unbelievable.
No, it's-
Yeah.
Oh,
Hall of Fame
last thing
material.
I gotta say, Matt Clow, who also is a Hall of Fame voicemail.
Yep.
So, for the people who don't know, Matt Clow is Jeff Clow's cousin. Matt Clow used to work for me with Mike Lacey, who you mentioned earlier.
Hyde Park's own.
Yeah, Hyde Park's home. So Matt Clow lives out in California. So he texts me, he's like, I'm at the fucking golf course. For
Oh,
this.
sick.
And he's like, I go
So
up
good.
and I go, it was 8 in the He goes up and he goes, can I get a double fireball? He goes, this guy hops out of his chair, right? And he goes, I'll do one with you. He goes, I'll just pay you. Like, you want to put it on your tab? I'll just pay you. I'll do it with you. He's like, yeah, whatever. And he's like, where you from? And they start talking. He's like, I'm from Boston. He's like, I run a cornhole company. He's like, my buddy used to play cornhole, Brendan Ahern. Ben, who owns Scoholio, who's like one of my boys, who like fucking sponsored the Dogcast the entire time. Like, I'm like one of my guys.
Yeah. Call him right now type of dude.
Matt Clow and him in a picture together immediately. Like, and I'm like, that is in fucking two
That's
corkers.
That's the tits.
Two lifetime corkers. by
That's
the way.
awesome.
Absolute corkers.
That's the fucking best.
But the irony is, the best part is,
It's 3,000 miles away.
that is the best part. But I think the funniest part is that it was spurred because one guy at 8 in was like, I'll do a double fireball. And a guy didn't know.
Yeah.
Jumps up and goes,
He was
oh,
like,
I
I'm
know
in.
you.
I'm in, baby.
I'll do that with you.
True corkers.
Yeah. So, Panuzzo, when you're wondering like why we can't keep it together,
Yeah.
This is
us.
this is our
Oh,
game,
you know-
all right?
you know
This
what-
is
how
our
we
game.
are.
You know what though? A sleeve of nips could have made that drink list.
Yeah.
You got to keep those in the bag
Yeah.
sometimes too. No,
I think I'm going.
Yeah, you drain a 20-foot putt, you got to take a shot.
Let me tell you this right now. I will say this. I think the thing that saved us with the sleeve and nips thing is all the different McGillicuddy's flavors.
Yeah.
Because McGillicuddy's are gonna knock your dick off. You know what I mean? Like, it's not gonna kill you. It's
quick
right?
little-
Yeah, it's not gonna it's not like you just took a shot of Jack or misguided in this case, which you'd be very happy to do, but repeatedly you might black out like me.
correct.
Root beer, fucking or grape, McGillicuddy.
Worst.
Grapes what?
You don't like root beer?
Root beer is gross.
Oh, I love it.
If
I
my
love
kids
it.
order root beer, I'm like, how are you my child?
You
I
don't
feel
like
that way
regular
about-
root beer
I
either?
hate regular root beer.
I feel that
think
way
it's
about
That
cream
sounds
soda.
sure like you read about.
I feel that way
that's
about
right.
cream soda.
drink.
worst.
Cream soda stinks.
Grape soda's fine.
No,
it's better than root beer.
cream soda.
Oh,
Cream
cream
soda.
soda's the second worst.
Cream soda is for
Those are idiots.
cream soda is for people who take their teeth out at night.
Oh,
You know
That's
what I mean?
fine. I know a
Really?
bunch of those
Yeah,
people.
I hate cream soda.
The butterscotch fucking candies.
I'm in.
Oh my god.
Love it.
You don't like butterscotch McGillicuddy's either?
Oh,
What
that's
do you
fine.
like?
That's fine.
That's fine.
That's fine. But like those
Just get-
fucking candies.
Werther's?
that you drink- yeah. Oh,
No Werther's?
dog shit.
I'll crack
Werther's
a
is
Werther's.
Yeah.
Werther's is caramel, by the way.
Yeah.
I know what you're talking. The butterscotch candies with no. It's just a
Yeah,
plastic
just like
wrap.
plastic wrap that your grandmother used to have in, like
chewy
a
or
fucking
it's
glass
No, it's
bowl.
hard. It's a hard candy.
I mean,
Yeah.
it's the same. We're
By the way, you know
splitting
I love cowtails. You
hairs.
know what I love?
Me
Gross.
too, yes.
Oh, I love a cowtail,
Yeah.
dude.
No.
Gross.
Caramel
Bullseyes?
with a little, yeah.
Oh, terrible. It's
let's
like
fucking go.
spoiled milk, dude. Terrible.
Me and Fitzy grew up on
you
a
like-
farm,
So
you
good,
know?
dude.
Oh, it's
Yeah.
fucking garbage. You
The
like
best.
those, Knochel?
No.
I used to
fucking
ride
gross.
woolly sheep pigs.
Really?
All right, we're going to do the
Cowtails.
Patreon, and we'll see you at the golf tournament, right?
Can't fucking wait,
Fuck
dude.
yeah.
Can't fucking
Did we
wait.
miss anything?
I don't think so.
All right.
Maybe these idiots that didn't fucking sign up on time.
Yeah, but that's fine.
That'll
Whatever.
happen. There's
That's
always
next.
next year.
There's always next year. All right. Peace. Bye.